All right. I think we are officially live, folks. Let's give it a few minutes for people to start joining in. I'm going to get a shareable link as well so we can hopefully see more people on the stream. Let's see here. Let's see. There we go. All right. Let's make sure everybody can hear me. That is extremely important. Trayvon, first one here. Appreciate you joining in, my man. O'Day Rainbow, how are you doing? How soon do you think it will take to recover from VJ? What are some catalysts in the near term? Very good question, my friend. And I'm excited to hopefully share with you guys my perspective. Again, I've been covering Shiba Inu, seems like every single day for the last how long it's been, but I do want to make sure that everyone is up to date. I want to make sure that you guys are aware of what I'm doing, and keeping you guys always as updated as possible over time. So yeah, let's look at price action. Let's answer questions that you guys might have. Assume, thank you so much for your support. Always seeing you in the comments. Always love to see you in the comments. Adam, Shiba tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's. Is that what that says? Tomorrow's. Hashtag Pog Gang. Pop Gang. All right. So looks like we have 50 people in the live stream. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm hoping that again we could shed light on some of the things that have been circulating in terms of the Shiba token, the entire crypto market as a whole, because we're getting beat up pretty badly, and I'm right there with you. I know how this affects every single person. So I do want to mention, I'm holding strong. I still have that diamond hand mentality, but always remember, not here for financial advice by any means, but rather I just want to make sure you guys are aware of what I'm doing as someone who's been in the crypto game since pretty much 2015, 2016. So yeah, let's get it started. And again, let's get this video to more people by liking the video, just being active in the comments. I think we're going to hopefully start seeing more and more people join in as we talk more and more about Shiba token. So shout out to the Shiba army. Let's go ahead and get started. So real quick here, the first thing I want to address is the question that VJ asked: how soon do you think it will take to see Shiba Inu recover, and what are some short-term and potentially even long-term catalysts? So in my opinion for Shiba Inu is that, again, remember, what we need to realize is a lot of people are saying, why is Shiba dying? Why is it, pulling back? Anytime, excuse me, anytime we're in a speculative play in any market, the cryptocurrency market, the stock market as a whole, anytime you're in more speculative plays, right? Smaller market cap, maybe less known utility at the time, still up and coming, we're going to see a lot more volatility with these plays relative to the bigger players. By bigger players, I mean the Bitcoins, as you can see up top there, the Ethereums, Cardano. Believe it or not, I'm going to put Dogecoin in that umbrella as well. But look at these. Overall, across the board, most of these cryptos are, seeing pretty significant losses, right? It's not just our Shiba token or, whichever cryptos you might be invested in. Rather, we're seeing an overall pullback in the market. So that's the first thing we need to all understand. Next, why am I so excited about Shiba token, and why am I continuing to buy the dip? So, I'm fully transparent, and this morning, when I saw the initial dip, I did buy more Shiba Inu tokens. And because, again, I truly believe in the foundation and the fundamentals of the company, and the cryptocurrency, not only because the fact that it's, part of this meme coin era or meme coin surge that we're seeing. No, not only because of that, but also, overall, I think, with Shiba Swap up and coming, to answer your question about short-term catalysts. So with Shiba Swap coming out really soon as a potential exchange, that is, something that I think is going to create a huge buying pressure for Shiba Inu in the short term. And I'm not talking, for the next 3 days, for the next week, whenever it ends up, coming out. The devs have been telling us that we don't know an exact date quite yet. So if you're not on the Discord already, it's a really, really nice Discord. Very, very active individuals on there. Always see the administrators. But regardless, overall, we see things like, someone said I'm blurry. Give me 1 sec. I want to make sure everyone can see clearly. Let me look at the settings real quick. Give me just a moment. Let's see, what are we at? Good, stream is healthy. I want to make sure that everyone could see me without the blur. Ahmed, how are you doing, man? I am doing good, doing good. All right, let's see here. Let me make sure you guys could see me really well. I don't mean for it to be blurry at all. So, little divergence here. Let me know, can any of you guys see me pretty clearly? JL says you are blurry. New people still listen to buying Zomedica at once. Yeah, Chloe, I really appreciate your comment actually for bringing up the whole Zomedica thing. So again, that's something that I could probably address a little later. Okay, glad to hear that it's clear. So regardless, going back to talking about Shiba Inu and the overall cryptocurrency market. So again, you guys are seeing almost $1 trillion has been wiped out from the overall market cap. That's not something we can overlook. What is going on right now is an overall market pullback. We're seeing a lot of FUD. FUD being fear, uncertainty, and doubt. People are saying, regulations might come about. We might see things along the lines of potentially here, especially in the United States. The biggest fear is that, some government entity decides to say, hey, we are no longer going to allow the trading of cryptocurrency, right? And when we see these kind of things in videos, on media headlines, that is creating a lot of FUD. And what FUD does, especially for people who are the paper hands, right? Not so much the diamond hands. We see a lot of things like a sell-off, right? So the whole China thing, people perceived it as, hey, China's now banning the entire cryptocurrency platform. But that wasn't necessarily true. But because of FUD and media manipulation, we see a lot of things like huge sell-offs because people like you and I, the retail investors, we're just like, oh my goodness, if China bans cryptocurrency and they're the ones who are potentially investing they're probably controlling 25, 30, maybe 40% of the overall market, again, because they're pretty big on crypto in that area. If that ban was to actually happen, of course, that is legitimate and that makes a lot of sense for a pullback. But people didn't really read the fine print. Right? People were just so quick to selling because they're like, oh my goodness, I'm going to lose all my gains, that we saw things like, the paper hands and people who didn't even really read that it's only the financial institutions that now have regulation regarding cryptocurrency trading. So when we see that, of course, that's going to create a selling pressure. So with selling pressures, coming about, look what we're seeing in the overall market. I'm looking all the way through Bitcoin, Shiba Inu, SafeMoon. Every single play has been hit really, really hard. Cardano, right? This broke $2 and was on its way up to $3. But then, of course, with an overall pullback, I think, again, we see something pretty much like this, an all-around red day and all-around red week. Now, in my opinion, for the Shiba Inu devs, I don't know if any of them are actually listening into the live stream today, but regardless, I always want to mention, when it comes to your company, right? So bringing up the thing that Chloe said, she called me a fool here a little bit ago. So I'm going to address her comment about Zomedica. So unfortunately, the entire penny stock market decided to pull back in approximately right after the middle of February. And when we saw a pullback, we saw things get hit across the entire speculative market of the stock market. Now, very similar thing is happening currently with the cryptocurrency market. Some really good things happened to a company that I was invested in heavily, which I still am. But guess what? They dropped good news at a really bad time. So for Shiba Inu, right now, as the overall cryptocurrency market is pulling back, in my opinion, it might not necessarily be the best time to drop some great news or introduce something new to the platform like the Shiba Swap, right? So an exchange to create buying and selling of cryptocurrencies with the Shiba Inu token, the bone and leash, all of those things related. So in my opinion, I think what would be even better for Shiba Inu and their developers is to maybe consider maybe holding off on the launch. Believe it or not, this is just my opinion, of course. You don't have to, you can just take it for a grain of salt or as is that never drop great news or, something fantastic like a new device, for example, with Zomedica releasing the True Forma, or something like the exchange at a time that the overall market is pulling back. Because guess what? That's going to create not as much excitement around it, because right now people are seeing all this red. Like, if the market right now is super green, we'd probably see hundreds and hundreds of people, even on this live stream. But the people that are here are the individuals that are not only the holders, but these are people who actually probably believe in Shiba Inu as an entire platform and a cryptocurrency. So again, the big thing I want everyone to understand is, yes, we're seeing an overall pullback. And yes, Shiba Inu is getting hit pretty hard, down 20% on the day. But guess what? For all of us diamond handlers, I always like to say, look back at 2017, right? That was the worst cryptocurrency market crash. And I learned from my mistakes, because if we look at the all-time chart, we could see exactly what happened. So I was invested in Bitcoin, and guess what? I bought Bitcoin right around $7,000 to $8,000. So I kept holding when it hit the 19,000, right at the end of the year. And during the sell-off, as soon as I started getting into the red, I started panicking. And I was like, nope, it's going to make it back. It's going to climb back up. It's going to climb back up. But guess what? It didn't. And I ended up selling because I thought it was going to zero because of all the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So it was later, that end of that year, pretty much at around 3,000, I was like, you know what? I need to get out of this. So guess what? At 3,000 or some dollars, I sold my Bitcoin and I sold Litecoin. I had a few other altcoins, Ethereum, etc., for a huge loss. At the time, I was a college student, so I didn't have that much of a stake in any of these. But guess what? The fact that I ended up selling for a loss is because I didn't have the mindset to actually beat the game. Same thing we're seeing for the overall penny stock market, right? We saw a huge surge. We never sold. We continued to hold. We saw a significant sell-off, and now people are selling. Because guess what? The more red days we see, the harder it is for us to hold. And that's why they call them diamond hands, because it's so difficult to have. It's not, gold hands. It's diamond hands. The whole saying that came about, it came because it is not something easy to attain, right? It takes really that next level of intuitive thinking. It takes really having a strong psychological understanding of the market overall. So for me, am I worried? Absolutely not, because I learned my lesson 4 years ago when this all happened before, right? These flash crashes, these 1 to 2 day pullbacks, 3 day pullbacks. And guess what? In my opinion, I don't think that the crypto market is here to, it's not going to continue to dip down, in my opinion. I think it's still going to there's too much positive things occurring. More mass adoption from, S&P 500 companies, right? Institutional investors that are buying into this. But at the same time, there's still a lot of manipulation going on across this platform. And you need to understand that, right? Understanding what truly is a whale. And these whales are basically people who control a lot of the market. So it's devastating and it's so terrible to see. But these whales really do affect the positive price action for a lot of these cryptocurrencies, because guess what? What they're doing is manipulating you and I, the people who don't have millions of dollars to our name, right? If you're a millionaire, well, congratulations, and I appreciate you joining my stream. But for the most part, again, my viewer base in general, not necessarily quite millionaires yet. That is our dream and that is our goal, which is a fantastic dream to have. But when it comes to these people who have billions of dollars to their name, where they're able to buy at the very bottom, right? And then sell at the very top and continue to do so. And when they sell, we're going to see significant pullback. And guess what? People start to panic, right? And I always talk about, yes, exactly, Jacob. So Jacob says China did not ban cryptocurrency. That is 100% a fact. They did not. They're allowing people to continue to hold their cryptocurrency. So before just buying into news, right, always do your own research. And I want to make sure everybody understands what I mean by that. I'm always careful doing my own research, always doing my own due diligence to my best ability to ensure, safety for my own investments, right? Although, yes, I talk about more risky investments as a whole. Remember, only put money into the market and understand what does it mean to put money that you're willing to lose. Because who's here to invest money that they want to lose? Obviously not. We all want to make fantastic financial gains over time. And when it comes to our investments, if you're buying real estate, if you're buying stocks, if you're buying cryptocurrency. But when you put your money in, the idea behind that put money where that you're willing to lose is when it's fluctuating, when there's volatility, right? You're not going to be buying high and selling low. You're going to buy at reasonable entry points, dollar cost averaging in. There's so many different tools and techniques that you can start to conquer. I know there's a lot of people out here that are just starting to do this. They're just getting on these trading platforms. But guess what? As long as you are careful, putting money that you are willing to lose, guess what? When things dip, you're going to buy the dip if you have buying power. If you don't, you're just going to step away and think about it and say, hey, I bought into this company at this price because I thought I was getting it at a reasonable price based off their projections in the next year or two. Shiba Inu, same thing. If Shiba Swap comes out, right, why can't Shiba Inu become potentially the next Binance, right? A decentralized exchange. And they're keeping the big thing that I really like about Shiba Inu, their developers are very, very keen on keeping things completely decentralized, right? We're seeing a lot of these exchanges go from a decentralized, idea on the blockchain, right, to more of the centralized, highly regulated, tougher to kind of, value and see. It's becoming more and more centralized, and that's something we're trying to keep away from. So that's the big thing here. And I understand when these red days come, guys, it is painful. It is hard for us to stomach these red days. But if you're able to kind of, get yourself to understand, hey, I put money in at this price because I truly believe in this platform. When it dips, you're going to try to buy the dip. That's what I did. Today, I bought the dip, guys. Because guess what? If it dips tomorrow, I didn't put all my money in at once. And I always talk about it in my other videos, the dollar cost averaging in, right? So I want to explain that real quick. Because sorry for anyone that already knows what buying the dip means or dollar cost averaging in. But the big thing I want you to understand is when it comes to that, basically, in simple terms, buying the dip means and dollar cost averaging in is you set yourself some entry points, right? And what I do is I'll look at the chart. Very simple. So right now we're looking at the 3-month chart, which I think is not even reasonable. Let's look at the 1-month chart because that's where we know it was before. So basically for Shiba Inu, they were pretty much at, 5 zeros. So they were at 2 Satoshi units, right? We're going to call them Satoshi units because that's what they use on Reddit. And I really like that lingo instead of saying 0.000002. So basically that's where it was. Pretty much consolidating there for a really long time, fluctuations up and down. But again, that's kind of where it was for a long time. Now, where are we at right now today? We're at 507. So 7x, pretty much a, 3.25x from where it was consolidating for quite some time before any hype or news came around for Shiba Inu. Now, if we go up, right, there's this thing, I can actually Google it for you guys real quick. If we go on Google and you put in the, market psychology, market cycle, stock market cycle, here we go. This is for the stock market, but it could be applied elsewhere, in my opinion. Here it is right here. This is from Investopedia. So really good thing for anyone to reference that just wants the simplicity. So there's this accumulation phase, there's a markup, a distribution phase, and a markdown, right? That's simple infrastructure for any stock or cryptocurrency alike, right? Now, stock market cycle, psychology. I think there's a really good schematic that I used to use in my previous videos. Here it is right here. I'm gonna try to make this big so everyone can see it and understand what people are going through when it comes to this. So please let me know if you guys can see this well. Yes, I know it's on Reddit. But stock market psychology 101, cryptocurrency market psychology 101. Pay close attention, guys, please. Now, where are we off? Let's look at Shiba Inu, right? Very similar to this schematic, and I love it. Now, let's start. So there's a stealth phase, there's an awareness phase. People are starting to learn about it. The mania phase where people just keep buying, and they're like, oh my God, this is going to the moon. And then we see a blow off phase. Now, I'm going to take it step by step because, again, I just want to ensure that everyone understands how I understand this. Again, just so everyone's aware. My goodness, we're at 200 viewers, guys. Thank you so much for everyone that's tuning in. Please give this stream a like. Let's get it to more people. So I just, again, want to build as much awareness as possible. All right. And I'll acknowledge some of these comments here in a second. So let's go back to the schematic. Now, so valuation is on the x-axis, the y-axis, and then time is on the x-axis. So the stealth phase, we start seeing these stocks or cryptocurrencies take off, right? Slowly but surely, very gradual. Early adopters, some of us who are more interested in getting on these speculative plays that say, hey, one day this can blow up. So just in case it does, I want to invest some money into it. So we see this takeoff phase, and then we see an initial sell-off. Notice that this happens every single time. Shiba Inu. Guess what? We see this little initial one, which people thought maybe it was a bull run. Then guess what? Boom. We see a pretty decent sell-off. Look how closely this chart follows pretty much every single crypto or stock that is more speculative, or just in general. Now, we see what we call a bear trap, right? So after the first sell-off, we see a short bear trap. So going back to Shiba Inu, a little bit of a bear trap right here, where the people are like, is this gonna ever go back to its all-time high? I don't know. I don't think so. So guess what? Now let's go back to the schematic. Now, social media, YouTube, right? YouTube, news platforms, CNN, right? All the articles about these brothers who became millionaires from Shiba Inu. All this fantastic news that came about started getting people extremely excited. They're like, these guys became millionaires from Shiba Inu. I want to become a millionaire from Shiba Inu. And I don't think it's too late. So guess what? Let's go back. We see this happen. Boom. People start getting extremely excited. And then we see a huge, huge buying pressure. For look at this. This happens very quick, typically with the cryptocurrency market relative to the rest of the market. And again, Nasser Khidr, thank you so much, my man, for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. It definitely supports and helps out the channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now going back to the chart. Going back to the psychology. So we see enthusiasm, excitement, greed, delusion. Up here, this is what we call delusion and the new paradigm, right? That's when people start coming in and saying, oh my goodness, moonshot. Oh my goodness, we are going to fly high forever. There's never going to be a pullback ever again for this. We're going to the moon, right? We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. But now guess what happens? This new paradigm occurs. You never want to wait for this new paradigm, right? When you see too much attention on the media in such a short amount of time, guess what? We'll see some denial. Some people start selling their shares saying, hey, or their cryptocurrency. We're trying to compare this to cryptocurrency, right? So we'll see people start selling off slowly. There's this denial. And guess what? Now we're in a bull trap. We're in a bull trap because, oh my goodness, now it's going to go back to its all-time high. It's going to spike way further than that. And then guess what? Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Every single time, guys, every single time this happens, we see fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and it really upsets me because you and I are the ones that get affected by this. We are the products of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And it's so sad, like it really disheartens me because people lose so much money from FUD. We get extremely upset. And look how passionate, I'm getting very passionate about this because I see it time and time again, is that we become products of these whales, these people who are manipulating the market, these individuals who can sell millions and millions and millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrencies, worth of stocks, and then we are the products of the losses, right? And people are so upset of that because guess what? That's where we see this pullback. Fear, capitulation, despair, right? All the negativity that's occurring now. So many people in the comment section on the Discord attacking the developers, attacking individuals. Guys, it is so disheartening to see because guess what? The same people who were super excited at some point for a company or for the cryptocurrency like the Shiba Inu, the Shiba army, all the good and positive things we see, that just all turns into despair. And really, it's so disturbing, and it really upsets me and makes me extremely sad. So big thing to just focus on is like, again, then we go back to the mean, right? So we see the excitement. 2021 overall, the cryptocurrency market was literally going on fire. People saying Bitcoin to 500,000, Ethereum to 10K, to 20K, to 50K, right? But it's understanding we need to figure out what is the true valuation. Look at the y-axis and let's look at time, the x-axis. So, and real quick here, just want to always give a shout out for everyone who does the super chat. So Abu Bakr Adam, if you speak Arabic, shukran, and I really do appreciate the super chat. Of course, it supports the channel a lot. And yeah, my man. So guys, I'm sorry to kind of diverge there a little bit, but I did want to share with you guys kind of my perspective there because this is truly what we're seeing over and over and over again. And it's a cycle. Remember, that's the big thing. Stock market, cryptocurrency market psychology, because that's what's happening right now. Sell off, right? So fear, uncertainty, doubt, all these scams coming about. People are like, oh my goodness, this thing is going to go to rock bottom. And then we see some consolidation, right? A bull trap, what looked like on May 13th almost. And then we see up, 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 up. And then guess what? Downward trend, continued sell off, more fear, uncertainty, and doubt, more negative media attention, etc. So that's truly what I wanted to share with you guys when it comes to that specifically. So again, for the SHIB army, for the developers, for all the people who actually got in early to this play and the ones who are continuing to hold because you truly are excited about this play, well, I'm really, congratulations first and foremost for those who made significant gains. But always remember, it is okay to take profits off the top. But being diamond hand, this is one thing I also want to mention. Sorry, not going to keep going. But being having diamond hands, right? Having diamond hands does not mean you have to hold once you make a significant killing or a significant return on your initial investment, right? So make sure you understand that very, very well. Having diamond hands means, yes, you're going to hold, but don't just be, just a typical bag holder. Rather, take profits off the top, take your initial investment out, and be, always just be extremely careful and understand. Look at your own risk tolerance, right? My risk tolerance versus yours is different, right? I have a family to take care of. I have, friends, etc. So for me, it's like, I need to understand how much money am I willing to put in that if I lose it, I'm not going to be upset. And when it fluctuates, I'm not going to be too keen on, pulling it out, that kind of thing. So that's the other thing you want to also understand. So let's go to the comment section here and see what everyone is talking about. Wow, we are at 400 viewers. That is the most I've ever seen on any of my streams. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. So let's see what everyone is saying. Buy Doge now. Dogecoin, they have a great spokesperson, Elon Musk himself. I know it's not official or anything, but he's the man. So what are we getting ready for? Joey asks, what are we getting ready for? So the thing that I talked about earlier on the stream, so for anyone who just joined recently, is Shiba Swap. Right. So again, I kind of gave my opinion that because I always talk about Zomedica. So if you guys don't know, I'm a pharmacist by trade. So that's what I do. That's my day job. That's what I do for a living. That's what I went to school for. Hey, I got you. I'll fix that in just a little bit. I'll put the correct Discord link. But regardless, so as a pharmacist, I like to cover pharmaceutical stocks, which are typically highly volatile, very skeptical plays, very similar to what the cryptocurrency market. So it was an easy transition for me to look at cryptos. And again, I did trade them back in 2017. Now, what are we waiting for is the announcement and the official release of Shiba Swap, the exchange that Shiba token and other cryptocurrencies alike are going to start being traded on. And I think, again, if we see mass adoption for this platform, if it truly is, as decentralized as the developers want it to be, very specific with my wording there, then I think we're going to see some significant buying pressure for this one. Because look, what are the chances that it's going to become the next Binance, right? BNB. Look at BNB coin. Currently has a $50 billion market cap. $50 billion market cap. Relative to where Shiba Inu is right now, we're at $3 billion, right? I'm not saying it's going to be the next Binance. Binance has a long history. It's one that has been very well developed, but it's starting to become a little more centralized than what people typically like. So going back to Shiba Inu, right now we're sitting at a $3.1 billion market cap, and it's ranked 33rd on the overall crypto coin market by market cap. So again, what I think the developers should do, right? I always give my perspective. I'm not a part of their administration. I'm not part of their team. I just really, really like this coin. The big thing I say is I don't want it to be a repeat to what happened to myself and the Zomedica folks that were invested in that pharmaceutical stock, right? Highly speculative. I can't even speak. I'm too excited. Highly speculative, very volatile, very similar to Shiba Inu. Had about a $2 billion market cap, believe it or not. But they released their device, basically equivalent to something like the Shiba Swap platform, at a time that the overall market was pulling back. Whenever the overall market is pulling back and you release good news about any platform, any cryptocurrency, it's not going to get as much of a buying pressure as we would like to see or otherwise would see if it was a green market. And understand that, guys. So for all of you who are saying, release Shiba Swap now, in my opinion, it's not the greatest time to do so. If the overall market, look at this, the overall market right now, we're down 12.4% on the last 24 hours. Again, from its all-time high, down about $1 trillion. $1 trillion has been sucked out of the cryptocurrency market due to what? Volatility, due to fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And we covered that graphic just a little bit ago. So yeah, guys, that's really what I want to mention is always be careful. And, again, dollar cost averaging in, for me, it's, always looking back. You could look at the day chart, right? That's one thing to do. But for me, I don't really look at technical analysis too deep or too much. Rather, what I prefer to do is, I go to the overall, let's see here. So if we go to the price action, and I'll look at again, pretty much the 1 month. Oh, there we go. 1 month chart. That's what I want. So I'll figure out kind of where are the support lines, right? And you could draw that out. It's very visual. I know there's people on the YouTube space and other spaces alike that will have all this fancy lines, drawing all these technicals, but look at this. It's basic. We're looking at the overall chart over the previous month, and what does it look like? We know where the all-time high is, right? Right around that 35 Satoshi unit mark, 36. We know where the bottom was. Very simple. About, 1.3 Satoshi units. We know where where it was consolidating-ish. We saw more downward trend, but it was kind of consolidating before the spike, right around 15, 16 Satoshi units, and after 15, 16-ish. So when you look at that, you could kind of draw your own line and say, okay, I know that is potentially a very reasonable entry point. So right now, yes, we broke support. That support has been broken, but guess what? If the overall market bounces back, you're looking at an easy one, in my opinion. Again, not a financial advisor, just trying to get you guys on what I'm doing. But guess what? Right here, right now, you could see that you can literally potentially make a 2x, a 100% return on your investment if it just goes back to where it was consolidating before the sell-off. If it goes back to the 15, 16 Satoshi unit mark. Easy money, in my opinion, right? I'm just a guy that looks at logic for the most part. So that's kind of what I wanted to mention there. And so, I see the frustration. Guys, I'm not blind to any of that. I am right there with you. I see that all the time. So sorry for the spammers that are in the comment section. That's super annoying. I can probably kick them, right? Let me see. Remove. There we go. I don't know if that did anything. But anywho, now I kind of want to talk about what you guys are saying. So I want to do more interactive things with all of you. So let's see what you guys want to talk about. I talked a lot so far. We're at 530 viewers. Again, if you haven't already, please, please, please give the stream a like. It's going to get it out to even more people so we can get this thing trending so people start understanding what it is that is happening. And again, just giving you all potential tools to work with. So I have 8 million Shiba right now. Kevin, you go, man. You go. What are your headset? Dog says, these are the what are they called? HyperX. The HyperX? Cloud 2, the Cloud 2 HyperXs. My wife actually got me these for my birthday. So probably one of the fanciest things I have. Hopefully that answers your question. Shiba is trash crypto, just like Doge. Enrod. So I want everyone to understand, people think, do you have all your money in just a single cryptocurrency? Absolutely not. I'm a person who really truly believes in diversity, but I like being in speculative plays because guess what? Warren Buffett once said, and I need everyone to listen to this. Warren Buffett once said, if he can go back in time, so if you don't know, if you're not from the United States, Warren Buffett is probably the biggest, most successful stock trader. He's again, owner, CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. And basically this man says, if he can go back in time 30, 40 years ago, right? He's a person who did not invest too much money into speculative plays. But what he said was, if he can go back in time, what he would do differently is invest in more penny stocks or speculative plays because they have the biggest return on investment. Yes, with high reward comes high risk. And we need to all understand that, right? We're all on the same page there. But when I see people saying, I put my rent money into something like Shiba Inu or SafeMoon, whatever it might be, don't do that, right? That's not the smart thing to do. Yes, invest in these because they do have some fantastic potential, but never put money that if you lose it, you're going to be extremely upset with yourself. Your family's going to be upset with you. No. Always invest responsibly, regardless if it's speculative or not. Always invest responsibly. Khalid Labadi, he says, let's see here. He says, what does penny stock mean? So penny stock basically means anything that has a market cap, or basically it's a price under $5, the overall price, but typically a market cap under a couple $1 billion, in my opinion, under $1 billion pretty much. Holding 950 million Shiba. Taha, wow, you have a lot, my man. That is a lot of Shiba token. But you go, man. Zomedica to the moon, maybe. I mean, hopefully someday. Responding to Hela. I'm still holding strong, and I truly do think, I do believe it. Yo, drop a like, it's free. Yes, Aiden, my man, I appreciate it. Drop a like, folks. It is totally free. So, yeah, I'm actually sweating. I got way too passionate, but that's how it is, guys. I just want to make sure that people are aware and know what's going on. So maybe this coin won't even reach 1 cent by 2026. So just chill. I mean, again, that is, understandable. So people, this whole 1 cent phenomenon when it comes to Shiba Inu, currently, with its current total maximum circulating supply, let me make sure I'm not in the way so you guys can see that. The maximum, so its current maximum total circulating supply, and based off its current market cap at 0.0000008 Satoshi units per coin, guys, for this thing to reach 1 cent with the current circulation, it means that the market cap needs to go from 3 billion, not to 30, not to 300 billion, not to 3 trillion, but to 30 trillion as a market cap. That right there is a pipe dream, right? But why is it possible? Why is it possible for Shiba Inu to potentially go to 1 cent? Here's my take on it. If and only if the overall crypto market continues to rally over the next years, 5 years, 10 years, however long, and it ends up being that cryptocurrencies truly become the global form of currency, regardless of what it is. Bitcoin, right? Slow transaction speed. There are downfalls to it. Shiba tokens, Ethereum, Cardano, whatever it might be, regardless. If and only if we see continued rallies for the cryptocurrency market, more mass adoption across the globe, right? B. C. The other thing is what we need to see is potentially a decrease in the maximum supply that is the total circulating supply. So currently there's 394,796 billion Shiba Inu tokens that are circulating. That is a lot of tokens circulating. Yes, I know that VB, CEO and co-founder of Ethereum, burned a lot of his wallet. We know that is a fact. But regardless, we don't need to see just one person do something like that. We need to see more and more of it to potentially decrease the circulating supply. So that's one way to do it. But again, as the overall cryptocurrency market continues to rally, and if it continues and it one day surpasses the stock market, it ends up being kind of the normal market that people invest in, this is only the beginning. What is the current market cap? Let's look up top, right? So everyone's aware. If you look at the top left-hand side, the current market cap for the cryptocurrency market is $1.5 trillion. Now, what is the stock market total market cap? That first thing wasn't accurate. Let's see here. Stock market total market cap. That's also inaccurate because I think it's somewhere actually closer to $95 trillion. Buffett indicator. The total market cap. Here we go. Let's see if you don't know what the Buffett indicator is, definitely look into it. Sorry, all these ads and stuff. It's annoying. Regardless, you could Google it and find it yourself. I know I've seen it myself before, but the answer to you is the overall stock market, right? These Fortune 500 companies, all the companies here in the United States. If you look at the overall market cap of it, guys, $95 trillion. We're at 1.5 trillion for the coin market cap. Look at people like Cathie Wood, right? Fantastic investors who've been in the game for decades, right? She's the CEO and founder of ARK Invest, one of the most successful investing firms here in the last year or two. She says that Bitcoin's going to 500,000. That's not a 10x from the current value. We're looking at, potentially 12x, 13, 14x. That's for a cryptocurrency that is solely being currently held as a potential commodity, right? People are saying it's going to be valued one day. It's going to potentially be more worthy than gold, right? Its true value, as a crypto, as something part of the blockchain, as a currency, might be something that actually makes it pass that of gold because it has a finite, right? There's infinite supply, or there's things that you can, yes, we can mine Bitcoin, but there's a finite amount of Bitcoin available that is currently circulating. So when you own a Bitcoin, out of the total 18,713,700 Bitcoins available to actually own, if you own one of them, you're always going to own one of the total 18,713,700 Bitcoins. So I've been saying so a lot, but guys, what we need to focus on is how undervalued altcoins are, right? Bitcoin currently has a 43.8% dominance to the overall crypto market. Does that make any sense to any of you? Is that sensible? That $700 billion is currently of the entire crypto market, pretty much half, 44% is just in Bitcoin. It's because Bitcoin is the name people hear. They don't talk about blockchain. They don't talk about these alternative coins, right? Altcoins. No, people talk about Bitcoin. Hey, what do you think of Bitcoin? Hey, well, Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that. What people aren't understanding is, especially the newbies, the people that are just joining the crypto game, that these altcoins are all severely undervalued. And one day, in my opinion, some of these altcoins are going to surpass Bitcoin. They're going to surpass some of these other bigger ones, but specifically, even Ethereum, faster transaction speeds, one that is being heavily adopted. We know transparency. We know who the CEO is of Ethereum. We don't know who controls Bitcoin. That's a little bit scary, right? We want to know who's controlling something that we have our money in. Not a bad thing to know. So again, all the anonymity or the anonymous nature of Bitcoin makes it kind of unique, yes, but we don't know exactly what's going to happen. And that's the big thing, is question marks, right? So Joe Biden recently here in the United States mentioned that we need to start having IRS regulations of any transaction with cryptocurrency over $10,000, US dollars equivalent. That created some FUD. People started saying, well, there you go. No more decentralized. What's the difference between having fiat currency like the dollar bills versus things like Bitcoin or other things alike? That's exactly what I'm saying, folks. Too much FUD circulating the market. But guys, I'll tell you right now, I wish, I saw the scan from the Binance CEO saying he had the diamond hands. Like, really, for me, it's the diamond hand moments. Like right now. It is, out of all the times that we've seen these flash crashes, this has been the hardest to stomach. Because not only is it 24-hour, but we're looking at 7-day charts. Look at this, Bitcoin down 25% in the last 7 days. Ethereum down 40%. Binance Coin 45%. Cardano 21%. That's hard to stomach. It's hard to see. But understand, look at this, the 735 of you, which, guys, I cannot believe how many people are in the stream. So thank you so much for all of you who have joined. Please give the stream a like so it gets to even more people. I was thinking to make it a shorter stream, but guess what? We're going to keep going. But regardless, please give it a like. Again, as one comment said earlier, the like button is free. So I do appreciate it when we get it to more people out there. I haven't done much interaction, guys. I've been talking my mouth off this whole time. I can talk if you guys want me to, but I want to hear a little bit of what you all think regarding the overall cryptocurrency market and currently what's going on, all the FUD that's circulating. And are you diamond handing, right? Let's see it in the comments. That's what I want to see. So about 157 million of Shiba today. Evens, I'm hoping that you see some fantastic returns, my man. 524 million and buying 500 million more. Hold. Those are some diamond hands, Geek Squad investments. Some real diamond hands, my man. Omar Dynamic, Zomatica Insights, please. Omar, most of the people that are in the chat right now are actually cryptocurrency investors, but I did address some things about Zomatica and how it actually relates heavily to what's going on right now with Shiba Inu and the overall cryptocurrency market. So, I did make a recent video about kind of what I've been thinking regarding that. So please just go ahead and watch the video, and if you have questions, message me on Discord whenever. I'm as active as can be. I try to be on at least every day in the evenings for at least an hour or so to interact with people when my schedule allows it. So trying my best here. Woof woof, kangaroo. Your pop. Any price predictions after Shiba Swap? I love it. Price prediction after the release of Shiba Swap. So right now I don't necessarily have one, but this is, again, the biggest thing that's going to dictate my price prediction or anyone's price prediction is the moment that they release it. I'm hoping that it's a green market. By that I mean I'm hoping we see a new rally and we see a clearing of the FUD. Because guys, what did Elon Musk just recently tweet? We can't forget that. Elon Musk Twitter. Let's just go on this quick. Look what Elon Musk tweeted recently. For all of you who are holding cryptocurrency, because guess what? He's a big proponent of it. Wealthiest man on earth. So anything he says, pretty important stuff to see, right? Because people listen to him. He has a lot of influence, 55.6 million followers. But if you look here, he says, how much Doge is in the window? That's not the big thing that we want to look at this. Elon's tweet on May 19th, he said Tesla has diamond hands. Think about that. For him, I can't imagine how much money he has invested in the cryptocurrency market. But I can tell you that if Tesla has diamond hands when they bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin a few months ago, they're able to stomach these losses. Yes, they have a lot more money than maybe some of us do, or a bigger stake. But when they say this should give us reassurance, because Elon is a brilliant man. Regardless of what you think of him as a person, he's brilliant. He's bright. He's created some fantastic companies. Tesla is on fire, right? Yes, they've seen a pullback, but overall, when we see positive things like tweets from Elon or the Binance CEO, or he's saying, I'm not going to be selling any of my Dogecoin, right? When we see these kind of things, it should give us some reassurance and say, hey, if individuals like this man truly believe that the global form of currency will be crypto someday, regardless of what it might be, it could be Shiba token. Guys, it's possible. It is very possible. It could be Ethereum. It could be Cardano, right? I'm originally from Sudan, right? So I'm a person that is used to that whole global currency exchange and seeing money go back and forth between different countries. I've seen that, and it's not the most efficient system. You got to go to the exchanges. There are more expensive fees than what we see typically at some of these other places. But again, the big thing I want people to understand is cryptocurrency logically makes a lot of sense as long as people don't overstep their boundaries, including governmental entities that might end this thing, which again, I don't want to spread any fear, uncertainty, and doubt because I'm extremely bullish on this one. So back to your question about the price prediction. So I think when Shiba Inu, if they announce the Shiba Swap platform and they start allowing people to start using it, right? They're completing some testing. The developers continue to mention that. But when we see these things, regardless of what you might think, as long as they release it at a time that's going to be positive with the market, I personally think that Shiba Inu will go back and test its all-time highs. That is my personal opinion, 100%. That we could see that Shiba Inu, I'll say it again, may test its all-time highs if the market, overall market, comes back up and they release Shiba Swap at a time where the market is green. Those are the two things that I think are extremely important. And I want to give you guys a quick, basically an example. Yes, it's in the stock market, but I want to give you guys the example. And then I want to cover some of the other cryptos that you guys all might be interested in. So we have 821 people on this current stream. So guys, I really appreciate everyone that's been liking it. 261 likes. My goodness, you guys are just killing it, man. The Shiba army, you guys are the strongest army on the internet. So I appreciate all of you. Now, let's quickly I want to show you guys something real quick. So I'm going to diverge for a second, but just to show you kind of when it comes to price predictions, etc., I just want you guys to know something. So I'm going to look at Zomedica stock, right? Something we talk about a lot. So this is kind of how I started how my channel grew on YouTube. I covered this here, which is Zomedica, which is ticker symbol ZOM. It's basically a pharmaceutical company. I have a pharmacist background, but I want to relate this back to Shiba Inu. So consolidating for a really long time through 2020, had some hype, right? People were saying they were attributing it to Reddit. It was a meme stock, etc. All these things were occurring. But then we saw, significant increase up to $1.30. Then we saw a pullback. Going back to Shiba Inu. Look how dangerously similar the charts are. And then going back to the stock market psychology 101. Look how dangerously similar or ridiculously similar the charts are. Shiba Inu, Zomedica. Look at that for a second, guys. Everyone that is viewing right now, like, are you? My mind is always blown to how similar the psychology is, because these are different investors. These are people in the stock market, and we're looking at people in the cryptocurrency market. But look at this, right? So, Zomedica. The thing is, I followed the stock very heavily, so I know the timeline. Lots of people started looking at this one. I started covering it at 39 cents per share. We saw it rally up all the way to $2.70. in the stock market, you could put things called trailing stop losses on your stocks. I told every single person that was following me on the channel, following the stock, to set your trailing stop loss because this thing is overbought. So relative to where it is at now, $796 million market cap, 82 cents a share, we got up to $2.70. So that's not a 2x, but that's a 3x and a little more. So we're looking at, again, a $2.1, $2.2 billion market cap. Guess what? On February 8th, the overall market pulled back. And then we saw a little bit of a recovery, but then overall there was a downward trend in the market. Zomedica announced the release of their diagnostic platform. They officially released the true forma, which would be equivalent to what? Shiba Inu releasing Shiba Swap. People got extremely excited. Now, what did we see after that? It rallied up almost back to its all-time high. So again, when new releases happen, new investors will start getting bullish about a certain company, about a certain cryptocurrency. New investors come in, old investors come back in that sold for a loss. We see another rally. That's exactly what I'm anticipating with the Shiba Swap and Shiba Inu. Unfortunately, after the rally, people were buying the rumor leading up to that date, then they sold the news. Again, something that you should all be very, very, very familiar with when it comes to any of these things. Buying the rumor, selling the news. Right now, Shiba Swap, but the good thing is the developers are keeping us very, very aware of what's going on their Twitter, right? Shiba Informer, the Shiba Token Twitter. They're keeping us they're staying active, and some of the developers are very active in telling us, hey, this is happening. Zomedica team, not so much. It was very sudden. So they dropped the information on March 15th, 2021, just about 2 months ago. As soon as the news happened, people started selling. Poor media attention. Guys, goes back to the psychology in the market. There's this, despair, all these things happening. Why did they suddenly just drop it? It didn't meet expectations. They're not selling enough devices. So sell-off after sell-off. Overall market was pulling back. Sell-off, sell-off, sell-off. Look at this. It lost 65, 68%. And a lot of people who were following me on the stock were so upset with me. They were like, why did you put us into this? Why am I not going to see, a moonshot with Zomedica? Why this, why that? And I told them, guys, we have tools to ensure that we keep our profits. And that's the whole thing. People were upset because someone messaged me telling me that they put $100,000 into Zomedica. $100,000 into Zomedica. That is a lot of money. And they said their annual salary was nowhere near that. So why are you putting so much money into something that is super speculative? $1,000 if you make $100,000 a year? Hey, that's maybe more reasonable. But $100,000, like the Dogecoin millionaire, he's crazy. He's crazy, but he did it. And guess what? He saw some nice returns, but the likelihood of that is understanding. Hey, you might not see that, but guess what? You might as well. It can happen either way. So, guys, the psychology of the market at the end of the day, it's very simple, very repetitive. Look at what happened with Zomedica. Look what's happening with Shiba Inu. Again, we're waiting Shiba Swap, which is going to create a buying pressure regardless. I'm telling you guys all right now, there's going to be a buying pressure. We're going to see people hopefully we're going to see this thing start to rally, and we'll go from there. But that's what's really happening right now. And in my opinion, it could test its all-time highs or at least approach that. So again, potential entry point. This seems very, very, very reasonable, especially to us diamond handlers, guys. I'm hoping we're going to see some fantastic returns with Shiba Inu and other cryptocurrencies alike. So yeah, and Mohammed Bedri, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, my man. Guys, I'm just overwhelmed by the support you guys are giving me. I'm just a guy who decided to, start this YouTube channel, create content, and I'm hoping we all become millionaires. So Sharihan Al-Najjar, you said that, can't wait to become a millionaire. And guys, I really truly hope that we can finally start seeing some shift in the entire global money distribution. Right? And I think cryptocurrency might be one of those things that might help us get there. So much of the past history has all been focused on, these big institutional investors, people, the rich get richer and the poor stay poor. And it's so unfortunate to see, right? And when I say poor, I mean, anyone that's not making millions of dollars, we're considered relative to those top 1%. There's just a handful of these people who have money and they're able to control so much of everything. So I'm hoping we start seeing more of distribution of wealth. And I think some of these things, Shiba Inu, other cryptocurrencies, Ethereum, all of these things that have come about are potentially vehicles for us to make some fantastic returns on our investments. Now they're all very, 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 very high risk, but also with high risk comes potential high reward. And always, of course, do your own research. Always do your own due diligence, and be careful when putting any money into any new vehicle outside of the ones that you're, already used to, like your day job. That's the number one vehicle. So I just want to make sure that we get that cleared up first and foremost. Yes, I'm an investor of the crypto space, and I hope to continue to do so. And again, I really appreciate everyone who subscribed, commented, liked all the videos lately. Everything the channel has been on, it's just been on a streak, and I'm very happy with what you guys have been, because I'm truly blessed. I didn't see this happening, and it's happening all of a sudden. So I appreciate all of you, especially those of you who are tuning in to the live, giving it a like and subscribing. So guess it killed itself. All right. Let's see what else everyone is saying. I want to interact more with you guys. VeChain. VeChain is a good one. That is an altcoin that has been doing very, very well. Let's see. When is the bloodbath going to stop? Jin Kim. Really good comment there, man. So again, guys, with fear, uncertainty, and doubt, we see things like this. We've seen it before in the past. We see flash crashes, 10, 20, 30, 40%. But the only time I'll start getting worried is if we, the only time I truly will start getting worried is if we see, the very strong support lines getting broken. And we always have to look at Bitcoin because this is the mother of all cryptos. So if we look at the year chart, if we look at the 1 year chart, unfortunately with this, it's hard to see the resistance. But again, you could kind of see we broke the support lines. We broke a lot of different support lines, guys, and it's tough. It's really tough. But again, really, in my opinion, I think the bloodbath will stop once FUD stops circulating the entire crypto space, because it happens. This is literally a cycle. And again, for all of those who are just tuning in, I want to just always, always, always show you guys this stock market psychology 101, because this is very applicable to the cryptocurrency market. One last time, because I know for all of you who were here earlier, maybe didn't get a chance to see this, because I think this is super important, and I always want to make sure that you guys are all aware to protect your wealth, protect your money, etc. Now, valuation on the y-axis, time on the x-axis. We see things like the takeoff phase, the first sell-off. We see media attention, enthusiasm. So at first there's a little bit of a bear trap. People start thinking, oh goodness, did we already reach an all-time high? Not at all. So a little bit of a bear trap, but then we see media attention, enthusiasm. Then people start getting a little greedy. So you want to sell into greed. When you start noticing something is extremely overvalued, we need to start figuring out, how do I take off profits from the top? This doesn't mean don't be diamond handers. I'm a person who believes in diamond handing 101. And Crypto 1991 says Google FUD newbies. That's actually a funny comment. But regardless, when we see things at the greed here, when it starts to occur, and then sometimes we become delusional. We start getting blind. We lose sight of what it is we were looking for at the beginning. Some people were saying they were up 20,000% on some of their investments and they weren't selling. I'm not encouraging to sell, but protecting your profits, pulling money off the top, not a bad thing to consider in doing, right? There's a new paradigm here. Do not wait for this. Buying the peak, right? And people don't understand. There's always going to be potentially better entry points for a lot of these things. So again, when you see a pullback, someone said, oh, at this point, at this bull trap, I'm buying the dip. Guess what? That necessarily wasn't the bottom. That's the power of dollar cost averaging in. Instead of putting all your money in here, way at the top over here, although you're not at the tippy top, you're buying the dip, dollar cost averaging in, setting strike prices. And I'll go back to Shiba Inu to give you guys kind of what I'm doing and what I'm putting as potential strike prices. But here it is, one at this fear marker, might be even a better another strike price, capitulation, potentially even a better one, and then we see despair. Once we break support from where it was before the takeoff phase, the stealth phase right here, that's when the fear, and people typically will just sell out of their entire holdings and position at those very moments, which is it's tough and it's hard. It's hard, guys. I'm right there with you. This is the moment where it's very, very rough. So for all of us who've been following Shiba Inu, right, we're not down here, right, at 1.6 Satoshi units, nor do I ever think we're going to go back there. Just my opinion. Too many positive catalysts are on the way, but it's so hard to hold as this thing tends to fall. And I want to always reflect back on, real life examples, things that I've seen, things that I've done in the past, my mistakes, right? Always, I want every single one of you to learn from my mistakes. So for me, I didn't hold, right? And I have friends of mine who bought way early into their cryptocurrencies back in 2016, 2017, and they held through the entire bloodbath. So guess what? As soon as the overall market recovered in the cryptocurrency space, they sold immediately as soon as they broke even. And that was earlier in 2021. Every single one of them that did that regretted extremely, extremely in this sense of regret, thinking, wow, if I would have held just for another month, I would have made such a killing. And we need to understand that is not just you and me. That's just not my friends who fell into that, trap. No, a lot of people fall into that. Why are we, let's think about this for a second, diamond handers. All my diamond handers, let's think about this for a second. Why are we able to stomach significant losses? Why are we diamond handing the significant losses? But as soon as we break even or make a little bit of a profit, 5-10%, we sell immediately and say, oh, now I'm out of here, never coming back, I'm out, peace. That's not the right mentality to adopt. That's not the true mentality to adopt. Again, just my opinion. Instead, I was able to stomach the bottoms as it goes up 50%, 100%, 150%, 200. I'll take my initial investment out. I've already doubled my money. So that means I have the initial investment still inside this cryptocurrency or this token, this stock, whatever it might be. And now we're going to see it ride the wave. And as it does so, I'm going to let it keep going and continue to do so. So yeah, that's what I had for you all. That's really what I wanted to share with everybody. I hope that you guys kind of, got something out of this, specifically that little segment, but I kind of want to keep going. We are at 1,000 viewers on the stream. 1,000 viewers. I never thought this was possible. Guys, thank you so much. Everybody that's in the stream, please give it a like. Let's get it out to more people. I thought it was going to be a shorter stream, but we're already at an hour in, but I want to keep going. I want to start talking about some of your cryptocurrencies because we're just flying. And again, out of 1,000 people, we're at 400 likes. Shiba Army, you guys are the best community, period. Best community, hands down, period. Hold, Devon Johnson says, let's hold 1K people that lost money. Soul Food, you can have that kind of negative comment. I'm going to try to overlook anyone that says anything negative. There's trolls all the time, so it is what it is with them. Let's see. Mama Fire on Fire. Your pop, you have helped me immensely. Mana, I'm really happy that I, could be of help at all. I'm just here to, again, share my perspective, share my story, to make sure you don't fall into the things that I fell into. Quadruple A, triple A. Well done, bro. I appreciate you, man. This has been extremely fun, and I honestly want to keep going. I don't want to end it. There's so many people that are in here. I'm kind of sweating a little bit, getting kind of nervous. Believe it or not, I actually have stage fright. I get anxiety when I'm standing in front of a big crowd and talking. Like between you guys and me, like I start to shake a little bit. So now I'm kind of feeling that, realizing, how many people are 1,000 people. It's a lot. So I really appreciate you guys, and I'm glad that I can at least share kind of, again, my perspective and giving you guys some positivity or something to at least look at and whatnot. Warhand 3, congratulations. Thank you so much, my friend. Really, none of this would be possible without every single one of you. So all 982 of you that are currently in the live stream, 999, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for subscribing, for liking, for even joining, just listening. Because again, I know your time is valuable and I always want to respect that. So I try to, share my perspective as much as possible. Just so, again, we're all in the same boat. We're all retail investors at the end of the day. We're under the exact same boat and we're all looking for a means to live. That's the ultimate goal, right? To help the next generation, generational wealth, help the generation thereafter. That's our ultimate goal. So I really do appreciate all of you. Miguel Torres, Will Box, Chicago Blue Lies, such a diverse group. Rue the Goat team. Let's see, Jeffrey K. Thank you for subscribing, my friend. Really do appreciate you, my man. Yeah, talk Shiba Swap. Yeah, let's talk about Shiba Swap now. So let's go on Twitter. I'm gonna look at the SHIB Informer. Let's see here, SHIB Informer. So let's talk a little bit about Shiba Swap, because most of you are here to talk about Shiba token, not just hear my story. But I'm glad I could share that with you all. So first things first, let's see here. What did the SHIB Informer say? No estimates, but if you feel the need to educate yourself before Shiba Swap, start reading and learning. So DeFi, right? If you guys don't know, so decentralized finance, that entire space is an amazing way to create your financial independence. And you are the best one to make decisions about your money. Excuse me. So the time to learn is now. All I can say, just be ready. So Kai Green, Shiba Swap should be dropping soon for all you Shiba holders. Look at this. Do you guys know who Kai Green? Am I seeing that right? Kai Green is, he's one of the goats, man. That's funny. So he's a bodybuilder that I watched since I didn't even see this till now. So shout out to Kai Green. And Devon, yeah, I'll definitely talk about Shiba Swap now. Thank you so much, Devon, for the super chat, my friend. I really do appreciate it. It helps out the channel. And again, it's just another way to show support. So my man, I really do appreciate you. And for everyone else who has been, helping out with the super chats. Oh my goodness. Now we have a few other people. Improve yourself. Thanks for the live chat. Shiba Swap incoming. Yes, Shiba Swap is incoming. Thank you so much. Improve yourself. I love the name, by the way, because we truly all need to continue to improve ourselves. So Arilu says, what do you think of Anchor? I will put that on the side here, but because I do appreciate the super chat, I do want to look at that in just a little bit. So I'll put it aside here for a second. ANKR, maybe I pronounced it right, as Anchor, but let me copy that. And again, Aurelio, thank you so much. Sorry if I butchered your name, but I do appreciate the super chat, my friend. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna put that aside here so we don't forget about it, and I'll come back to it. ANKR. If it's a cryptocurrency, we can definitely at least give it a mention again. Just because you're supporting me, I want to help out too. So regardless, the SHIB Informer says just be ready. So Shiba Swap. Let's go on shibatoken.com. And I want you guys to look at why I'm super excited about Shiba Swap as a platform. Because I think, again, it has some magnificent potential as a decentralized exchange. So decentralized meme tokens that grew into a vibrant ecosystem. The first thing I want to mention is like this whole Doge killer, information that kind of came out with Shiba token or Shiba Swap. I think it's great branding, and that's the thing that I love about this cryptocurrency and platform is that they did a really good job with the branding. And anytime a company does that, regardless of what kind of company it is, that's always the number one thing that we need to look at is branding. And I think they're doing a fantastic job growing the community. Look at they have a SHIB Informer. Think about that for a second. They have someone that is on here super active. It could be multiple people, but regardless, super active every few hours, posting, keeping people excited, and that's so important. Public relations, PR, I think is one of the most overlooked things, in the entire market as a whole. Stock market and crypto markets alike. Now, so we want to talk about Shiba Swap and why people are so excited about it. So if we look up Shiba Swap here, you could see, let's go down. So this is their wolf paper. I love the fact that they called it a wolf paper. But again, it's basically a white paper. All companies have white papers where they'll announce things about, what it is that they're doing, what are their goals, etc. etc. So the starting tokenomics of Shiba Swap. First and foremost, so Shiba Inu token and the SHIB army have evolved beyond a simple experiment, right? At first, sure, it truly did start off as, a meme. And anytime that someone gives a super chat, I have to give them a shout out because that's just, they're going above and beyond. So again, Jetter's Life Facebook group is hyped for that swap. The Facebook group, the Discord, the comments, everything across the Shiba Inu platform, everyone is super excited about Shiba Swap. And, I'll cover kind of why, again, just my opinion, but let's go ahead and cover that here now. And again, Jetter's Life, thank you so much, my man. Looking you right in the eye. I wish I could see you, but I do appreciate all your support, man. And everyone else who's been giving the super chats, you guys are all rock stars. And everyone that's joined the chat, I love each and every one of you equally. So again, you're all supporters, and I appreciate you all. So the starting tokenomics of ShibaSwap. This is on their wolf paper or the white paper. So again, we went here. It's evolved beyond a simple experiment. As of the publishing of this document and the release of ShibaSwap, which again, they're actually updating their wolf paper. So just an FYI, there are going to be updates to this very, very soon. But regardless, we have become a decentralized ecosystem enriched by its own DEX. Okay? So this redefines the ticker symbol SHIB, which is again SHIB or Shiba token, as more than it could ever be by itself, and is why Shiba Inu will outperform, outlast, and outshine every crypto which attempts to emulate it. How many copycats have there been lately? Guys, it has been overwhelming to how many Doge killers have been coming out lately. Really overwhelming. But again, is there a reason why this is all happening? Yes, cryptomania is here. We are seeing the biggest and baddest surge in cryptocurrency in history, more so than 2017, more so than any previous cycle. But these cycles come and go. But regardless, let's keep reading here. So ShibaSwap will highlight our 3 flagship tokens. Again, speaking directly, I'm not going to speak in the first person, second person, just directly how they're saying it. So there's Shiba Inu, there's Leash Dogecoin Killer, which is ticker symbol LEASH, and then there's Bone, ticker symbol Bone, BONE. On ShibaSwap, your SHIBs will dig for bones. So again, ShibaSwap is going to be an entire decentralized finance exchange type platform, a place for you to buy all cryptocurrencies and sell. So, or even bury their tokens. The best trainers even teach their Shibas to swap, which allows the pup to exchange one token for another token. So again, you can swap one thing to another. When Shibas dig, bury, or swap, they generate returns. There's an incentive that you're going to get back when you do these things that are distributed to the puppy pools where the Shiba army has entered, buried their tokens, or are digging for bones. So it's going to become something super interactive and super interactive between each and every person that is holding Shiba token, leash, or bone. Now, quickly here, oh man, I don't want to butcher your name. Is it Jose? It's not Jose because there's a U there. So Josu? Sorry if I butchered it, my man. Diaz, thank you so much for the super chat, man. And he says, Shibiana Jones needs to be the main mascot. Shiba token is only a tool for the real end game for me. And then he's put in parentheses Bone. So going back to what it said, and again, my main man, I'm gonna call you Diaz by your last name, but I appreciate the super chat. It really does help out the channel. And again, just a way to show love and support. And someone else did say, we all love you too. So man, I love every single one of you guys. You guys are just best community. I love it. Look at this, 553 likes, 1,079 people watching the stream. I'm sorry I keep diverging, but I'm just super excited. Guys, I'm sweating, by the way. I'm sweating a lot. I probably should get some water here soon because I'm too excited. Sorry, I'm like a child. Anywho, so that's kind of the introduction. Now, let's look exactly what ShibaSwap is going to be doing. So you have SHIB. So when you bury or stake your tokens, so SHIB to XSHIB, leash to an X-leash, and then bone to T-bone. The ShibaSwap liquidity pairs or pars SSLP are SHIB to SHIB Ethereum SSLP, which again, you guys, a lot of people are not understanding that Shiba token or the entire Shiba Inu platform they're very close with the Ethereum blockchain as well. So make sure you guys understand that aspect. And of course, I can dig into that in a little bit, but regardless, let's continue. So leash is again liquidity pars. There's leash to leash ETH SSLP, and then bone to bone ETH SSLP. These pools will then distribute rewards proportionally to holders of the aforementioned tokens pools. So again, people are going to continue, those of us who are holding, right, including myself and maybe others who are invested in the chat, if you are continuing to use ShibaSwap as a platform to generate more and more and more gains and returns. And again, one of the developers on the Discord did mention that he's looking to potentially not himself, but again, as a platform, they will allow you to sell those returns. There's going to be X amount of your stake or X amount of the And again, if I'm not explaining this perfectly, just join the Discord if you want to get answers to it. But regardless, when it comes to the overall Shiba swap itself, the returns that you're getting, some you have to hold for 6 months at the very minimum, but there's an X percentage that you could end up selling over and over and over. So make sure you understand that. So these pools, we talked about this aforementioned token pools. While the stake tokens receive a fixed percentage of BONE, the SSLP pools are distributed as BPB, BONE per block, based on the allocation points to each individual puppy pools. This is extremely confusing, but regardless, I'm trying to I wish someone, and I am looking to potentially have one of the developers maybe talk to me. Doesn't even have to be like some type of recorded thing where they can explain this a lot better than I can, but I want to give you guys the basics of Shiba Swap and why people are excited about it. And real quick, looks like another super chat. You guys are just not stopping. Devon Johnson says, block John Deere. He's trolling hard. Okay, thanks for the alert. Let me look. I don't see a John Deere. Keep losing money. Yeah, let me. I could put him in timeout. I feel like a parent. I'll put him in timeout. Maybe John Deere will stop trolling if he's in timeout for a little bit. There. I guess YouTube gives me that option. Now, back to what I was saying. So furthermore, I just kind of scrolled down a little too quick. So furthermore, certain puppy pools are eligible for double or even triple returns. So while the stake tokens received fixed percentage of BONE, I mentioned that. So puppy pools are eligible for double or even triple returns. So again, you're going to be making more and more money as the Shiba swap is hopefully implemented and the infrastructure is there. Of course, there's a new whiff paper that is going to be released that they mentioned. But what I really want people to understand is, overall, Shiba Inu is creating, again, the biggest utility for it now. It went from this meme project to now creating this decentralized exchange for you to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. Not only certain cryptos, rather multiple, if not all of them. So again, exchanges are huge. And being that they already have a fantastic community backing them, there's going to be popularity. And when there's popularity in a certain infrastructure or anything like that, we're going to see, hopefully, again, buying pressure come about as soon as it's released. Now let's talk about the tokenomics real quick. I'm not going to diverge too much, but I really like this wolf paper because I read it front and back, if you will. I read the whole thing and I really, really did like it. It's been a little while. And yeah, Northern Deviant. Yeah, I agree. Let's stop the FUD. There's so much FUD already happening, but I love when people say, who let the dogs out? Cliff Johnson. You're right. Yeah. So anywho, so Shiba came into the world as a puppy in August 2020. Whoever wrote this, by the way, shout out to the developers, the people who created the wolf paper. Very well written. It's perfect in my opinion. After we finished minting 1 quadrillion. So that's the number that I could never say. So if you go on CoinMarketCap, there's a circulating supply, maximum circulating supply. That's 1 quadrillion. That's the number I was trying to say earlier, but I couldn't because I had no idea. Anywho, so here it says, after we finish minting 1 quadrillion tokens, we put half into Uniswap and threw away the keys. Then the remaining 50% was burned to Vitalik Buterin's wallet, so the co-founder, CEO of Ethereum, which was the start of our army. That's the first and foremost. So people were trying to figure out how did he get so much of the Shiba tokens? This is exactly how. If you read on the wolf paper, they sent 50% was burned or given to Vitalik Buterin's wallet. Okay, so that's what happened there. So SHIB was ground zero for so many of the popular projects today. We were the first to allow diamond hands to hold billions or even trillions of our tokens in their wallets, as well as being the first spontaneous community building experiment in a decentralized setting. That's B. And let me give a quick pause because, guys, I really have to always thank the individuals giving us these super chats. So improve yourself yet again. Excellent explanation of the basics. Thanks. You have no idea about. Thanks. Had no idea about the pools. Wow. You're welcome, my man. I'm just glad that, I'm able to share with you guys this, we're just all here to learn. That's ultimately what we're doing, right? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial expert. I'm a pharmacist by day. That's what I do for a living, right? I could deal drugs very well. I can tell you all about mechanisms of medications and how they work. But when it comes to this is all learning opportunity. So again, thank you, my man. And awesomeness. Will Shiba go up from here, or will it crash? So I kind of talked about that a little bit earlier. But again, with Shiba Swap incoming, I truly think as long as the overall market decides to pull back up, if we see a recovery in the crypto platform and Shiba Inu's devs and their management decides to publish the information about Shiba Swap, we're going to see some strong buying pressure incoming, my man. That's, again, just my opinion. So next year, we earned the nickname Dogecoin Killer because we have the ability to outpace the value of Dogecoin exponentially without ever crossing the 0.01 mark, which is the 1 cent mark. Again, let's read that one more time together. Right here, they said, we earned the nickname Dogecoin Killer because we have the ability to outpace the value of Dogecoin exponentially without even crossing the 1 cent mark. 100% fact. Because guess what? Currently, we're sitting at 8 Satoshi units. There are 5 zeros at $3 billion market cap. For Shiba Inu to get to where Dogecoin is at right now, today. If we go right here, Dogecoin's current market cap, $46 billion. $46 billion at its current valuation at 35 cents per coin. So back to Shiba Inu, if we want to get it to a $46 billion market cap, we're looking at, let's just do some quick math. I'm going to pull up a calculator real quick. So 46 billion is where we want to go, divided by 3 billion. We're looking at a 15.3x from current value. So 0.00000815 times 15. We need Shiba Inu to get to equivalent value of Dogecoin by market cap, right? The overall market cap right here. It is going to need to get to 0.00. So 3 zeros, 1, 2. So again, right over here. So not a 10x, but approximate, not 100x necessarily, but we're looking at a potential 15x from its current value to get to where Dogecoin is at. So make sure you guys all understand that very, very well. That's A. Okay? That's for Shiba Inu to get to what? Dogecoin's valuation. And to become what? Top 10 cryptocurrency by market cap. 15x from current value. Back to the white paper. And it looks like someone else dropped a super chat. Guys, I'm sweating because how overwhelmed I am. You guys are you're all too much. I appreciate every single one of you. But Javier Trijo says, when are these platforms going to be coming? So the Shiba Swap, again, the developers are saying extremely soon. So we go back to the Twitter, right? From the Shiba Informer. Shiba Swap should be dropping soon for all you Shiba holders. And then the Shiba Informer said, all I can say, just be ready. That can mean a day, that can mean a week, we don't know. But in my opinion, I hope they wait to release that information and the official platform until the overall market pulls back up and we see green. That's, again, just my opinion. So back to where we were looking at. We are the dog that boldly went where no dog had gone before. I just love this. It's like a story. At the time of this writing, we are recognized around the world, potentially even by Elon Musk, and are already up thousands of percent points. Fact, 100% true. Many have tried to follow our wagging tail, but the form and function of our project eclipses their hype. The Reddit community is huge, 400 and some thousand members that are following them on the Twitter page. Their Discord, 50,000 plus members. It's really it's on fire. Not Dogecoin. Shiba Inu overall is just on fire, just like Dogecoin was. Dogecoin had its moment, but right now it seems like Shiba Inu might be the up and coming thing. So we are the dog that boldly went. We already read that. Now SHIB is the first cryptocurrency token to be listed and incentivized on Shiba Swap. So understand, right when the platform gets released, it's going to be the only thing that we can start getting on there. Our very own decentralized exchange, immortalizing it in history forever. So please note that the SHIB in VB's wallet at the time of this writing was his #1 highest value token, even exceeding the value of Ethereum there. This is an incredible accomplishment, and we are just getting started. So one thing I want to mention for you guys real quick is what happened with the whole token burn, right? That was pretty significant news, but it's pretty significant. Right? And guys, really, anyone that talks negatively about Shiba Inu, there's going to be the haters, there's going to be the shillers, etc. Ignore them. Don't give them your energy. These are individuals that are just here to waste your time and my time. Let them say what they want to say, and let's just keep the diamond hand mentality. the overall just positivity here, because that's what we are. We're a positive community, right? And I'm one of you all, so we're all on the same page, hopefully there. Now, back to what I was saying. So the big thing that happened with VB, and this put Shiba Inu on the radar, is VB donating Shiba Inu. So you guys all saw that he burned a majority of his holdings, but in addition, he donated a lot of it. I'm not going to find the article right now, so let's just skip that. But going back here, let me just stop for just a second. So the big thing that the Shiba Inu, the money or the amount of Shiba tokens that he had in his wallet, he donated to what? A very, very, it was a fantastic cause. $1 billion, $1 billion worth of Shiba Inu for India. So if you don't know what's going on in India right now, probably hiding under a rock. But what you need to know is they just have, it's really a humanitarian crisis over there. There's so much despair. The virus is spreading like wildfire in the area. Lack of vaccinations, mask mandate wasn't really held up, etc. And I don't want to get into all that because as a pharmacist I'll have some bias. But they gave Shiba Inu to what? India. So he gave it up for a humanitarian cause, which by itself people are wondering, why didn't he give Ethereum? Why didn't he give this token or that token? And what we need to understand, guys, what we all need to understand and embrace is that he chose Shiba token. It was really unexpected, but that put more info, more media attention on Shiba token as a platform. So understand that the reason, really, I think that people are actually seeing this as potentially good news. Yes, he gave up a lot of it and he burned a lot of it. This is true. But the reason that people are seeing this as potentially positive news is that what? Overall, this only gave a better look for the Shiba Inu platform. People saw this and saw, my goodness, this is actually very fantastic. What a good cause. And guess what? Now we all become a part of that as Shiba Inu investors, as holders, etc. We are now a part of this group, right? We're known more so as, potentially, something that is not just a coin, not just a platform, rather a community. So make sure you all understand that. We're not just doing this because, hey, we're looking some financial gains. Of course we are. That's ultimately the goal, right? To hopefully all one day become millionaires. I don't want to sell anyone a pipe dream, of course, but I'm saying, potentially with some of these cryptos, it is possible. But regardless, when it comes to looking at all these different things and how Shiba Inu is how it's getting covered by the media overall has been pretty positive. Yes, there have been some scams. Yes, there has been some negativity, but overall positivity. The New York brothers, right? NY brothers become millionaires from Shiba Inu. This was covered by CNN Money. Look at this. Guys, Shiba Inu was covered on May 14th. So a lot of people started figuring out, what is Shiba Inu? How do we want to know about it? Whatever. Look what happened here. The two brothers, if you didn't hear the story, back on April 17th, they invested some money, before that even, into Shiba token. Why? They just decided to do so. Probably the circulating amount was significant. We're pretty excited to see what it's going to do. They made an 11,000% return. And of course, that put Shiba Inu on people's radar. People started seeing it, this positive thing. What? They went from nearly jobless to multimillionaires in the matter of just a few weeks to a few months, right? That's good. This is good coverage by the media, right? And people are going to have their own opinions. People are going to have their own opinions about the platform. People will have their own opinions about the infrastructure of the whole cryptocurrency market. But remember, in my opinion, the overall market has been pulling back. I think this is only the beginning. This is just the start for the cryptocurrency market as a whole. We're a fraction of that of the stock market, right? At 1.6 trillion versus a $95 trillion market cap for the stock market. There's a lot of room for growth here. So again, that's why I cover these things, and that's why I'm super excited about these. And yeah, I just talked a lot, guys. You're probably here tired and sick of listening to my voice. So let's go back to the comments. I want to read what you guys are saying. And of course, there's going to be the trolls. There's not much we could do with that. That's the one thing I notice is there is a lot of random trolls that come in and out. But I appreciate all of you who are tuning in, regardless, trolls or not. I appreciate you for coming to, at least give it a listen. So let's see here. Shiba is an unknown coin. It is. It's slowly but surely coming on the radar, but as of right now, it still doesn't have mass adoption. But I think one day, as we see expansion, it's gonna do well. So yeah, let's see what else everyone wants to talk about. Yes, earlier there was a member who gave a super chat, and she asked about Anchor, ANKR. I don't know if anybody knows what ANKR might be, but regardless, I just want to quickly mention it, just to give her respect for that. So give me 1 second. Let's see, ANKR coin market cap. Let's see if it's on there. So it's at 12 cents, $863 million market cap. It's top 100. That's pretty reputable. Price action pretty much following same as the rest of the crypto market. If we look at the 1 month chart, hopefully you're still here for whoever it was. Goodness, I could probably go back to try to see, but I'm hoping you're still. Oh, guess what? I didn't even have it up on the right screen. Let me pull it up here for you guys. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Here we are. Sorry, I have so many screens up, guys. All right. Your screen froze. Yeah, I think I'm doing way too much on it. Also, live Discord link needed. Oh yeah, that's true. So let me update my Discord link. So I have a Discord that I've been running for a while now. So I'm going to share this one with you guys. But I also want to mention that, the Shiba Inu Discord is separate from mine. So I'm going to copy the link and paste it right here for anyone that wants to join our Discord. Been running it for a while. We talk a lot about stocks, but we have a crypto channel as well. So I'll put that. And also, for anyone that wants to potentially get in on some free stocks, click the link below. I didn't really mention that throughout the chat because I've been too excited. So that's the Discord link for anyone that wants to join. So I'm going to pin it. And there's that. So hopefully you'll all have access to that now. Now, let's see. Let's go back to the stream here. So we were talking about ANKR. So Anchor is one that someone mentioned earlier. Again, shout out to who you were. God, I can't remember the names. I'm sorry, but regardless, I'm just looking at I always look at the basic chart overall month. So again, decent consolidation around 15, 16 cents. I don't know anything about the project as a whole, but of course I can look into it and kind of give my own opinion some other time. Looks like so connect to Web3 in minutes. We support more than 40 blockchain protocols for staking or developing purposes. Okay, so our ETH2 staking solution has launched. So on the Ethereum blockchain, pretty cool. Looks like, again, following the overall market trend, has been seeing some red. I don't know if there's any catalysts upcoming, but Anchor seems like, it's not one of those just random coins. If it's in the top 100, I have never heard of this one, so it's a new one for me. But regardless, thank you for putting it on my radar. I will definitely look more into it. It seems like, again, they have some potential. Like I don't know much about it, but I'll definitely look into it. Again, some consolidation, some sell-off. Let's see if the 3 month chart looks any better. 20 cents at its high. Before that, just the overall crypto market has been booming, of course. Let's look at the 1 year. So this thing was, at what? At not even 1 cent. What is that? 0.2 of a cent? Yeah. So it's seen some significant gains along the rest of the crypto market. So again, if it has some potential, ANKR, I'll definitely keep this one on my radar, and hopefully I'll be able to report back on it. So yeah, just wanted to make sure I addressed that quick, and shout out to you. Oh man. Oh goodness. People are gonna start flooding the super chats. You guys are all really, really kind. I appreciate it. Give your opinions on Fuzzy. It's on Dex Tools, not on CMC. Actually, I've never heard of Fuzzy, Joe Ilya, but it's, again, something that I could look into. I know people are here mainly to talk about Shiba Inu, so I do want to try to, especially because you're supporting, so I appreciate you for the super chat, my man. But I don't want to start covering too many of these altcoins because, again, people are here to talk about Shiba Swap, Shiba Inu. God, I have way too many tabs up, guys. What am I doing? Let's see. And every so often I do like to just refresh the Twitter, see what the Shiba Informer has to say, because it seems like there's updates every so often. And the cool thing is that I like is you can always go on there on the Discord to find out. There's some more automated type or automatic updates, which I really like actually. It helps me like a one-stop area, so not a bad place to be. But the Discord that I posted here on the top is the Discord to my channel. So if you want to go in there, if you want to message me, ask me questions, feel free to do so. I'm on so often, but I try to respond to every single person that sends me a personal message, and hopefully you and I can communicate, because I really like to get to know anyone that's supporting me on this whole YouTube thing, and just in general, if you want to teach me about new things, new coins, I'm always here to learn. So yeah, let's see. So again, Fuzzy is not one that I've heard of, my main man Joe, but again, it's something that I could definitely look into and try to see if it has much utility. So Fuzzy, coin market cap. I just want to make sure it's not one of those, micro cap tokens. There's so many different ones. Fuzzy 1, Fuzzy. Yeah. Market data untracked. I'll keep it on my watch list though, my man. So I really do appreciate the super chat though. I won't overlook that. So thank you, Joe. Maybe send me a message on the Discord and let me know more about it. Just say, this is Joe from the YouTube stream. So back to Shiba Inu. Let me see here. This has been such a great stream. Like, I can't believe the amount of love and support you guys have been showing me. I really appreciate all of you. It has been nothing short of fantastic. So thanks for everyone who has been joining in. Buying the dip. Buying the dip. Yes. We talked about the psychology of buying the dip and dollar cost averaging in. So one more time, for anyone who wasn't maybe aware or didn't hear the early aspect of me talking about buying the dip. So if we go on coin market cap, most visited, and we click on Shiba Inu, has been ranked 2, holding strong there. It was ranked 1 over Bitcoin at some point. So many people are looking at Shiba because of just the upcoming short-term catalyst. Looks like we're seeing a little bit of actual increase in the market cap. So we went from 1.5-ish, now 1.6, so about $100 billion throughout the duration of this live stream has been put back into the space, the cryptocurrency space. But regardless, what I wanted to show you guys, dollar cost averaging in. One thing that I feel like people have heard, right? Or people say, I'm buying the dip, I just bought so much more, I put all my money into. This is kind of how I look at it, as buying the dip, right? So let's look at the 1 month, because I think the 1 month chart is pretty accurate to show us, okay, we know where the all-time high was, at pretty much 36 Satoshi units, where I was kind of consolidating before that, at about 13 or 14. I keep wanting to sneeze, but I don't know, my body's like, maybe don't sneeze. But yeah, regardless, we saw, again, this thing was way down here at 1.4 Satoshi units, went up to 34 Satoshi units, not 1.4, that's a little less than that. But regardless, when I talk about dollar cost averaging in, what do I mean by that? Simply, all I'm saying is, instead of buying in all at once, not knowing the exact direction the market is going, figuring out what are potential good entry points based off just the previous patterns. All technical analysis does for us, because technical analysis is so much easier than people really think it is. It's looking at a chart, identifying, okay, here's a peak, here's kind of, this area looks like a trough, but then when we see a bounce back, so right here, let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it better. Right here, for example, on May 13th at 5 a.m., we saw this thing bounce off of, what is that, 1.5 or 15 Satoshi units. We saw it bounce right off of that support line, right? And you could see a support line here again. Same thing happened, 15, and then it bounced right off of it, because people think this is here what we call a support line. Right at that line there, we can draw support. Simple. So once it bounces off of it so aggressively, it's like, okay, now we know potentially a good entry point, because what support lines are potential entry points to get in on a cryptocurrency or a stock. That's all. Now, if we look, what are resistance points, right? Resistance become potentially new entry points, and support lines become even better entry points, period. So for Shiba Inu, relative to its all-time high, great entry points would be 15 Satoshi units. Again, just not financial advice. I'm just letting you guys know. 15 Satoshi units. Here again, 12 Satoshi units, bounced off pretty strongly there. Again, 8.5 Satoshi units. All those times, those are basically good areas that we have some level of support. But again, you can't really see the technicals too well here. But regardless, 8.1 Satoshi units. And even here, 7.5, 7.0 Satoshi units. Those are all reasonable entry points. So, dollar cost average again, how does it work? Basically, in simple terms, what we're trying to do here is we're getting in on support lines. So, if you're someone who has, say, $300 to your name that you're willing to invest into Shiba Inu. If you have $300, this is how I would play it myself. All I can tell you guys is what I would do. $300, my first $100 that I'm putting in, right here, right now, at 8 Satoshi units relative to where it was at the previous support line at 8.1, a reasonable entry point. Very, very reasonable. And it seems like, again, really, the only next support line that we have might be at 2.9. That is very, very low. If the overall crypto market continues to pull back, can we approach that? Possibly. Are we going to? Probably not. So again, in my opinion, if you have $300 for specifically Shiba Inu, don't look at strike prices because they're all above the current price. Look at strike days. Keenan Grace, one of my favorite YouTubers, always talks about these strike days. And he says it perfectly. Set it up as, we know the overall crypto market has been pulling back. Let me get my screen out just a little bit. The overall crypto currency market is pulling back. Down 19% on the day. So today I'm going to put in my first $100. I'm going to get some skin in the game. I want to be part of the SHIB army. And I truly believe that Shiba Swap is going to do well. Now I'm in. Entry point number 2. I'm going to set it as a Monday, Wednesday, Friday type thing. So today's Friday. I'm not going to put more money into Shiba Inu until Monday, regardless of what happens. If it goes up and it's near a support line, then I'm going to consider doing so. If it breaks through that support, maybe I'll wait for it to cool down a little bit. Entry point number 2, Monday. And then the third entry point will be what? Wednesday. So that's kind of the power of dollar cost averaging in by strike days. You can also dollar cost average in, not by strike days, by strike prices. So let's say Shiba Inu, again, starts skyrocketing up. We know we could dollar cost average on our way up. So again, potential good entry points, 8.6. Right now we're below that. So right now is a good one. Going again here, 12.7. Very good one. And then another one, 15.6. Potentially good entry points on our way up. So that's what I wanted to mention to you all, and wanted to make sure you guys at least had that basic understanding that I'm trying to cover. So yeah, Haggard fan, my man. Wow. Love your channel and thought process. Thank you, man. I'm really just overwhelmed by all your guys' support. Haggard, thank you so much, man. I really hope we see some fantastic gains. And, again, I'm just here to put you guys on the plays that I'm in. Really, your support means a lot to me. And, yeah, I just hope I can continue to bring you content that brings, value to you every day and something for you to, kind of just watch and listen to. So, yeah, Haggard fan, you, my man, are a rock star. Please message me at any time on the Discord. Just let me know you're Haggard from YouTube if that's not your Discord name. I'm always there to talk. Anyone who supports, I want to support back. So thank you, my man. I really appreciate you. So Muhammad Ali, answer my question. Sorry, I did not see your question, man. I don't mean to overlook. It's just the comments are a lot. It's easy when it's highlighted, by the chats, the super chats, but otherwise it's hard for me to see. So I'm sorry, let me look back. Let's see here. Muhammad Ali, what did you say? Let me go up and see what you were saying. Or if you don't mind repeating yourself. I don't mean to make you repeat yourself, but if you don't mind, that would maybe help me get a better understanding of what you were trying to get across. Let's see. Meanwhile, Muhammad, if you don't mind just retyping what, I don't mean to ignore anyone. Shiba will never succeed. I'm going to try to just ignore people who are the naysayers and negative folks. Just let them do them. Perez Adonis, you're welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Bro, I asked, in your opinion, do you think they are manipulating the market? Do I think there's market manipulation? So Muhammad, sorry for ignoring your comment there or not looking at it earlier. But do I think there's market manipulation? There 100% is market manipulation, guys. People, the multi-millionaire, billionaire folks that are able to sell and cause a sharp drop in the crypto market definitely are able to manipulate it as much as. So when we see, look at this. I'm going to show you just a prime example of market manipulation. We're going to look at the 1 month chart of Shiba Inu, the 1 month chart of Bitcoin. Pay attention to the sharp sell-offs. On May 12th, 2021 at 5:04 p.m., we saw the sell-off from $54,000 down to $46,000, an $8,000 drop in the price of Bitcoin within a span of what? Not even 2 hours. It was probably less than that. Shiba Inu. Let me go back one more time just to make sure we get the right date. That's May 12th, 2021. Shiba Inu. May 12th, 2021. Same thing. We were, we had something around the lines of, we're looking at pretty much 24 Satoshi units. Boom. Significant sell-off. Because guess what? When Bitcoin's price action gets affected negatively very sharply, right? When a whale sells their position, and there's whales who control both the smaller market caps like Shiba Inu and other cryptocurrencies alike, like Bitcoin, they're able to, if they sell $1 billion worth of a cryptocurrency, and people see that a sell order for that much has been, because guess what? There are people who are trying to buy cryptocurrencies and there's people trying to sell cryptocurrencies. When a person sells a significant portion that is potentially going to control the price and fluctuate it significantly, of course that's going to hit it hard. So whales, they're our biggest fear. And Elon Musk says it perfectly. What did Elon Musk say? He said, I will truly start believing in a lot of this crypto space and, especially Dogecoin. That's the one he talks about. But same for Shiba Inu and others, is that the big thing we need to understand and focus on is once these whales are out of these positions and we know that there's more distribution of wealth across the holders of the platform, that's when I'm thinking we're going to see a lot more mass adoption and a lot more people becoming more comfortable entering in. Because when we know there's people controlling the price, that's kind of scary to think, hey, 50% of the Shiba Inu circulation is controlled by one person. That's kind of scary to think about, right? Because what if he decides to sell one day? That's going to create a huge selling pressure. So that's my opinion on manipulation. What's their agenda of whales? Muhammad, the whales' agenda, my man, is 100% to make money. They want to sell when it's peaking to scare people, create some fear, uncertainty, and doubt to create selling pressure. And then when it's troughing at the bottom, they're going to buy in to create a buying pressure. They can continue to do those. Jeff Sorensen said, is Jeff Bezos invested in cryptocurrency? He might be. I mean, I think anyone that is brilliant and bright is probably invested in cryptocurrency. Not just Elon Musk, not just some of the other people that are actively talking about it on Twitter and, on social media. I think a lot more people are invested in this stuff. A lot more. So maybe they'll start coming out and telling us, hey, yes, we do. You holding Shiba? Muhammad Ibrahim asked me. Absolutely, I am. I bought my Shiba tokens a few days ago. I bought some more earlier this morning, and I'm continuing to dollar cost average in because, again, I believe in the infrastructure and I believe in the platform. So why would I not invest myself? Right? It's kind of a no-brainer. I would show my crypto wallet thing. I have it on crypto.com is where I bought it because it was a little difficult to find, but yeah. It was a little tough to find a way to buy Shiba Inu because there are ways to do it. You could look on there, but crypto.com was just an easy way for me to do it. So I did it that way. Ahmed, this Shiba will be $1. Arab Mafia Gaming says, do I think Shiba Inu will hit $1? Come on now. Never underestimate the internet, right? I am one of the bullish folks when it comes to the entire crypto platform. Never underestimate the internet. But $1, that'd be pretty crazy to see. That's That's like saying, you know, not in the next few decades, not $1. I'm just going to be honest. That's crazy. Because $1, you know what that would mean? Era of gaming. That would mean that Shiba Inu's market cap. Let's just look at it, guys, together. If we want to see a $1 market cap, or excuse me, $1 market cap. What am I saying? $1 Shiba Inu. We need to see not a 10x, not 100, not 1,000, not a 10,000, not 100,000. But a million X. Yeah. Based off current circulating supply, without any token burn, that's near the impossible marker. But I'm gonna always say never underestimate the internet. I'll keep it at that. That'd be ridiculous if it went to $1. We'd all, what would you do, right? I have millions and millions of Shiba token, right? Because it's easy to have a million. 10 million tokens is $100, $80, $70. It's so easy to attain such a big amount. But again, we need to not look at it like that. Understand what is circulating supply. Make sure you have a good understanding of market cap. What does that mean if it does get to $1? We'll be realistic. 1 cent, very difficult to reach. More possible, or more probable than $1. J-Man spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Oof. Improve yourself. It's on KuCoin too. Oh, I did not know it was on KuCoin. So actually, I'm invested in Telecoin. I love to share this story because I've been telling everyone about it on my channel. I covered it a couple times in my different videos, but it's Telecoin. So let's go down. It's a funny story. So I want to share it with you guys to show you the power of buying something, setting it, and forgetting it. So I bought Telecoin solely because of its big circulating supply, low market cap, and potential utility as a digital currency that's going to be used to replace kind of the, you know, different infrastructures, including things like, you know, Western Union, etc. As a potential mobile form of currency from one person to the other, global currency. So I like the idea of it. I like the development team. Now it's top 100 crypto. Back when I bought it, it was like ranked 300. I heard about it on YouTube, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to look into it. I bought Telecoin back in 2017. So maybe it was 2018. Regardless, it was somewhere right around here. Let's say May 26, 2018 or so. It was at 0.014 cents. I can't remember how much I put in. I put in an insignificant amount. Maybe it was later. It was basically priceless. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to put some money into it. I'm going to set it, forget it. Money I'm willing to lose. It was like $50, $40. I was a college student at the time. I didn't have much money to put in. You know, I put the money in to Telecoin, and I forgot about it. Completely forgot about it. I left it on the KuCoin exchange. I went back a few weeks ago, as someone went on my Discord and said, "Hey Ahmed, or your pop, Telecoin has been surging recently." And I was like, Telecoin, that rings a bell. Then I remembered, wait, I had thousands and thousands of Telecoin that I bought, and it was like pretty much, it was extremely cheap. When I saw that this was back, 11 days ago, when it was popping to 6 cents per coin, guys, my $50 to $60 investment was at 1,600 and something US dollars, right there on the KuCoin exchange. It took a while to recover, all the password, blah, 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 because I just didn't see it for a while. But that's truly the power of buying into something, setting it, and forgetting it. Is that, if you're, again, willing to lose something, you're not going to care about micromanaging it. Because right now, tell me in the comments if you're like me. Tell me if you're like me, because this is a sign that you're probably invested too much into these cryptocurrencies. I pick up my phone every day. As soon as I get up and I wake up, I refresh my different exchanges. My Binance, Coinbase, whatever it might be. I refresh. I go on Google. I write cryptocurrency news, cryptocurrency. I'm like, oh, please no negative news. Please no FUD, etc. etc. Please nothing negative, blah, blah, blah. And then I start panicking a little bit, start to sweat if I see, oh my goodness, it's a red day. And then guess what? I start panicking, right? And that's not passive income. If we're micromanaging our portfolios every single minute of every single day, guys, right? Even my wife, she's like, Ahmed, what are you doing, dude? You are always looking at your phone. And we have to really understand the idea of, if you want this to be more of a passive income, it's being able to set and forget, right? So if you're able to set that money aside, that's probably the most powerful thing you can do. It's fun to keep track of it, but a lot of us are overly obsessing, guys. Not just me, not just you, and I know it's a few of us in total. And I know we're a part of this cycle, right? The psychological game that comes with this whole investment thing. It's supposed to be passive income. It's a side income. For some of you who are day traders, then this is your day job. This is your thing. So keep at it, family. Keep doing what you're doing. I respect all of you who do this full time. But I would have hypertension. I would have probably some diabetes on the side. I would get so sick if this is all I did all day. Because guess what? It's too much. Some can handle it, but I can't. So I just do this for fun. I really enjoy it, but it's starting to become to the point where it's like, oh my goodness, I am doing this way too often for way too long out of my day. Even when I'm at work, I have to be extremely careful, right? As a pharmacist, I'm taking care of people's medications. I make sure that they're on the right dosage. And if all I can think about is cryptocurrency, stock market, crypto crashing, it's just, if it's surrounding my entire day and life, it can become extremely toxic and really debilitating, folks. So again, if you're anything like me and you've been extremely obsessing, remember the one thing you can do for yourself to give yourself that peace of mind is putting in money, right? If you know it's taking a toll on your health, put in money that you're willing to lose, right? Look at your own risk tolerance. If you're a millionaire, $10,000 is a reasonable investment into cryptocurrency. If you're a billionaire, millions of dollars, great investment into these speculative plays. But if you're making $50,000 to $60,000 a year, right? Which most of us are in that range, 30 to 40 to 50, 60, 70,000, whatever it might be, right? Middle class Americans, if you're outside the US, if you're again within that middle class, always, always, always realize what is your risk tolerance and what money are you willing to lose, because when things go up and down, you're going to continue to hold and not excessively worry about it. And when you see this fear, uncertainty, and doubt, people like the trolls that are in the comment section, people who come out of nowhere, all these individuals that come in, the toxic folks, you're not going to let them get to your head. You're going to just have that diamond hand mentality, create yourself a new community of friends, family members, whatever it might be, and we'll have at it, guys. Whew. Felt like that was a pep talk, but that's what I wanted to say. So I appreciate all of you, man. This has been probably this is the best live stream I've ever done, ever. I've never seen this many people all at once. So shout out to all the concurrent viewers, man. We're at 1,000 people, 758 likes. That is insane, folks. Guys, if you haven't already, please give it a like so we can get the stream to more people out there so they understand, we're just talking about the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and why we all maybe just need to relax. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, which I need to do right now because I haven't been breathing much. Sometimes it's just good to do that. I'm still sweating because, believe it or not, guys, I get nervous in front of a lot of people. So I can't see you, but I know you're all there, and I appreciate all you. Guys, look at me. I'm ignoring, just looking over these comments. I'm seeing them too, guys. But hit that like button. Triple A, my man. Safe Orbit. Muhammad Al Sayyid. What's up, my man? What's up, dude? Cryptoverse. How you doing, my man? What's good, Pop? Let me interact with you guys a little bit. What's going on? Fortnite 06. Where can I buy Shiba besides crypto.com? So apparently it's on KuCoin as well. Someone mentioned earlier. And you can also buy it. If you go on the Discord, they have different areas, or on their Twitter. But I think, let's see, Shiba token. Let's see, you can click this buy button. How to buy. So the only place to sell or buy, to sell SHIB or leash safely is, so you can buy it on Uniswap. So that's one good place to do so. But also crypto.com is where I do it. That's where I bought my own Shiba tokens. So I can even put a referral link, I think, where you can get $25 free. I didn't think of that, but if you guys want me to put that link, let me know. I could post it here and place it in Discord. Again, that is my Discord, the Your Pop Discord. We're at 4,000 members strong, so come on, George. We don't want you to die, man. We want you to live. Live life, my dude. Thoughts on SafeMoon? J Melody says, I haven't invested in SafeMoon, but I like the project. I like the idea because, again, they're also trying to create a decentralized exchange, and it's up and coming. But, again, lots of volatility with that one, too. No burn, no Vitalik. Off. Good job, man. Keep doing your thing. You are rocking. Perez, thank you, my man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Love the words of encouragement. That's why, man, I haven't seen anything but love and support. So you guys are really the MVPs. Thanks for your analysis. Tufura. That's a nice name. Ridha. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. What is the highest you think that Shiba will reach? Lalando Tucopa. Love the name, by the way. So I think, again, realistically, could we test all-time highs for Shiba Inu? Very, very probable with ShibaSwap, right? I was showing you guys the trend of something that's near and dear to my heart, which is Zomatica. So I showed this earlier on. So let me just pull up another tab here. And one thing here, where is it? Mana Final Fire. Thank you so much, Your Pop. You've helped me to buy my first car with your videos. What? Is that true? If that's true, you're most, I'm speechless. That is pretty awesome. But I wanted to just give you guys a quick rundown again of what I did earlier on the stream. So for anyone that has recently joined, I want to just quickly mention. So what I did earlier was I gave you guys a direct parallel between one of the stocks that was near and dear to my heart. 2021 made me a lot of money, right? And we have seen some magnificent gains in it, which isn't a cryptocurrency, it is a stock, but the price action is mimicking that of Zomatica, which is Shiba Inu. So if we go to Zomatica stock price, we're gonna look at the 1-year chart. Guys, look how scary this is. Are you ready? Look how scary the price parallel is between these two. Zomatica, Shiba Inu. Zomatica, Shiba Inu. Look at that, folks. We did not see a second peak like this here for Shiba Inu. Now, it's one that I followed very, very closely. Yes, that's true. But what happened here that caused this surge in Zomatica, which I think, again, for Shiba Inu, it's going to potentially retest its all-time high. This is exactly why. Now, that is, here it is, plain and simple. Zomatica released its true form on March 15th, 2021. It released its diagnostic device. It's a pharmaceutical company, and as a pharmacist, I like covering those. But as soon as that happened, it created a strong buying pressure, which it actually was a little more than 250. It was around the 270, 280 mark in the pre-market. So it went up there. It recovered very, very nicely in a very short amount of time. After what? News started, the buying pressure occurred as soon as the news dropped. But then we saw a huge sell-off when people sold the news. Shiba Inu. It has not retested its all-time highs because, again, the news has not dropped quite yet for Shiba Swap. As soon as it drops, as soon as it happens, in my opinion, we're going to start seeing this thing surge. Look how direct it's scary, guys. It's scary. For anyone that has joined in the last hour, you probably didn't see my stock market psychology 101 Reddit post that I was reviewing earlier, because it is beautiful. Sean Gabbard, my man, thank you so much for this super chat, my friend. It really does support the channel, just supports the journey. Makes me I'm always speechless to anyone that's willing to do something like that, because you really don't have to. Just you being here and viewing the stream is more than enough. But Sean Gabbard, thank you, my man. I hope you and your family all find some magnificent gains 2021, and everyone else that's in the stream. I really hope we do see some fantastic gains. Now, I want to cover the stock market psychology 101 because it has direct implications with the crypto market and anything else. Let me give you guys this quick, because guess what? Shiba Inu is following exactly that. Zomatica following exactly that. I'm just going to look at others. Tesla stock. I'm going to just do it all. I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to show you. Following exactly that. Yes, different timelines. This is a 5-year chart. Cryptocurrency, come on. ADA. Right? A big one that has been surging recently. Cardano. Same thing. Look at this. Huge. Same thing. We're seeing the same patterns over and over and over again. And guess what? We saw it to a smaller magnitude back in 2017. But in my opinion, I don't think this downfall is going to happen. And again, my opinion, I don't think it's going to happen. But regardless, if it does or it doesn't, I want you all to understand why I'm not worried and why we need to overcome the stock market psychology. Now, let's look. Valuation on the y-axis, time on the x-axis. Plain and simple. Tell me this is not exactly 100% accurate. I'm going to quickly cover this. Ready, guys? Improve yourself. My goodness, improve yourself. I think that is his third super chat. I predict SHIB will reach 0.001 cent. That is 125x. Wait. Scott Herman Fitness? At Perxa, you probably have to wait 6 to 10 days. Is that Scott Herman Fitness? No way. Scott Herman Fitness? Hold on, guys. I'm going to fanboy for a second. I don't know if that's really him. I doubt it. There's no way. Hold on. Is that you? Guys, I'm sorry that I have to diverge for a second. Scott, is that actually you, or is that just I doubt it. But there's a check mark next to his name. No way. I think that's actually Scott Herman Fitness. Scott Herman Fitness is in the live stream. No. Guys. SHIB for life. Scott Herman Fitness? Dude, I have goosebumps. Guys. If you don't know who Scott Herman Fitness is, this man right here changed my personal life. Guys, this is actually Scott Herman Fitness. Okay, hold on. Before I go back into the chart, Scott, I can't believe you're in the chat. That's first and foremost. My man, I really appreciate you joining the stream, but I need to just mention something. I used to watch your videos when I was in college, a few years back. This is like probably my second year of my pharmacy studies. I used to watch your videos. It helped me get in shape. Everything about them. Your calisthenic workouts, your weightlifting routine, your form. I always would pay close attention to everything you would mention. My protein sources. My man, you are someone that my friends and I really look up to. And I really, really appreciate you joining. So, sorry to diverge, but my goodness, I can't believe we have Scott Herman Fitness. If I look through, I have some of your merch. Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy, guys. I'm speechless. SHIB for life. If Scott Herman Fitness is actually an investor of Shiba Inu, that's just amazing. Thanks, bro. Really appreciate that. Absolutely. So if you don't know who Scott Herman Fitness is, guys, go to his channel, check it out, subscribe, like his videos. He is a legend. Truly changed my personal life. I was once extremely overweight, and he helped me get into it. We should do a crypto collab. Scott, I would love to do that. Man, if I could figure out a way to reach out to you, I would love to do a video with you. Check your community post. All right, let's see here. Maybe something here. Shiba Inu. Anyone that is... Whoa! 40... Wait, what? I am no financial advisor. Guys, we're going to just take this a little different real quick. I posted my SHIB last week. A week ago. Anyone else taking that rocket ride to the moon? SHIB Army, I'm no financial advisor. Make your own decisions. I love it. Gotta say that every single time, but SHIB is up 500% overnight. That's a week ago. $48,636. My man. True part of the SHIB Army. Guys, that's it. It's game over. SHIB is going to the moon. We are the SHIB Army with Scott Herman being a part of the team. Wow, that's amazing. I had no idea. That is absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to tell my friends. They're going to be like, you're lying, you're bluffing. I'm just going to have to show them because guess what? It's on YouTube. You're here. Wow. So guys, this is fantastic. I'm starstruck. This is like meeting a celebrity that I've always wanted to meet and never thought I would. And now we're meeting on my YouTube channel. So yeah, Scott, I mean, if there's any way for you and I to get talking or anything, I would love to. Did you? I need to find that then. How come I didn't? I need to definitely find that. It's been years since I've really been following the content, but I'm telling you right now that you are someone that I really looked up to and still do. So definitely wanna collab with you if possible. Wow. Shout out to Scott Herman Fitness, guys. If you want to learn how to get jacked, look at this man. Probably the leanest. He's just the physique, the ideal physique for any man. He does it perfect. So, yeah. Real random, but guys, that's how life is. I forgot what I was even talking about. We were talking about the market psychology. I wanted to quickly mention this and give you guys exactly what I was talking about in terms of where are we at now with Shiba Inu, this entire crypto market sell-off, and why I think it's temporary, because I do not truly think this is a repeat of 2017's end of 2017, beginning of 2018's market crash? No, I'm not going to spread that fear, uncertainty, and doubt around this channel, nor do I truly believe it. Yeah, go to my videos page and you will see SHIB video. Awesome. Scott, I will definitely do that. I don't know if there's a way for me to contact you, or I don't know. It's weird for me to ask you to email me, but maybe your email is on your YouTube channel. Is it on your about? Yeah. So I'll send you a business email. I'm sure you get a lot, but go lift some weights. Chris Vick. Guys, Scott Herman is in my chat. Okay. Let me just finish up what I was talking about, because I know everyone here is part of the SHIB army. DM me on IG. I got you, Scott. My name is Ahmed, so I will definitely send you a message right after we're done here. All right. So, stock market psychology 101. Now, unfortunately, the most of us are a byproduct of this area right here. That fear, that despair, capitulation. This area here is what we call the panic phase sell, the blow-off phase, right? A lot of the time, we're potentially, right now, we're potentially right here in this. So what occurs typically in this overall stock market, cryptocurrency market? There's a stealth phase, awareness phase, mania, and the blow-off phase. Inevitably, this is all across all markets. Happens 100% of the time. Post your email in the chat and I'll send you an INE. Absolutely. Let me do that real quick for Scott. Give me 1 sec, guys. Still under shock. Don't spam my email, please. I mean, it's public access, right? It's the business email. But let's see here. Let me do this quick. Hope I don't regret this, but if I do, it was worth it, because now Scott Herman Fitness is in the chat. Here it is, man. That is my Gmail, which again, it's available on my YouTube page as well. Now back to the valuation versus time. So y-axis is valuation, time is the x-axis. So we're in the stealth phase. We start to take off. Let's look at Shiba Inu directly to compare both 1 and 2. Here we were. Now the stealth phase began. With cryptocurrencies, typically these phases are crunched. Instead of being over a long period of time, they all occur in a very short time span, right? So, what's that? He's what? No, that's actually him. Because he has the check mark.
If you click on it, it won't take you to a profile.
Maybe. No, you wouldn't have the check mark on YouTube. I think folks are saying this is a fake Scott Herman. No, I think it's actually legit. My wife just came in and said it might be fake, but I think it's real. We'll see. If I get to talk to him, cool. I really think it's the real Scott Herman, because that has a check mark next to the name. Okay, back to what I was saying. So, right back here, we are in the takeoff phase, and then we see the initial sell-off. Always we'll see an initial sell-off. So we took off for a long time, for a full 24 hours, and then boom, we see the initial sell-off. What happens during the sell-off? Going back to the, this is what we call, an initial bear trap. Are we going to continue to sell off, or are we going to pick back up, right? And again, this line that you guys are seeing here is the median, or the mean, excuse me. So the mean is just the average trend. It's a linear growth over time, x-axis over y, just very linear trend over time for most things. That's typical with, inflation, etc. That's what happens. So then we see media attention, some enthusiasm, greed, delusion. All these things start occurring over a short period of time as things start to get overhyped, right? The hype is happening. Happened for Shiba Inu. The twins were on the news for becoming millionaires, which again, really just took people off the roof. So after that occurred, Rocky Finance said it's really him. Dope. So if Rocky said it, I believe it. Rocky's my man. You guys are really dumb. It's not hard to click and see my profile. You guys are all silly. That's Scott Herman. But again, going back to the chart here. So media attention. The twins. I'm gonna just relay this back always to Shiba Inu. The twins became millionaires. VB. Okay, not the VB burn wallet or India humanitarian donation. That's not part of this. But again, regardless, we start becoming a little greedy, become a little bit more delusional, to think, oh, we're going to just keep spiking up. It's not going to ever slow down. Right over here, the people who ended up buying right at the peak, you know who you are, right? I was a part of that group, not for Shiba Inu, but for other coins where I bought the top because I was like, holy smokes, this thing is up 1,500% in 3 days. I need to buy in right now. So as this thing continues to skyrocket, I'm just like, oh, I'm not slow. I need to buy right now before it continues to do so. This parabolic exponential gain, right? In a short amount of time. We become delusional, and then people realize, whoa. This thing can't continue this rally. There has to be some cool off. There has to be some type of pullback. And guess what? That's the denial phase. So you don't want to wait for this part, but oftentimes it happens. The denial phase occurs. People start to sell, and then there's a little bit of there's some hope, right? This bull trap that occurs. We see a spike in the price where we think there's potential. Okay, we found a nice support line. Boom. And then people think, hey, we're going to continue to trend up, all the way back and retest all-time highs. Doesn't happen all the time. And then guess what? We're again in that denial period. And then guess what happens? Things are returning to normal. Hey, we're okay. FUD then enters the market. When FUD enters the market, sadness, very sad times happen. This is when people lose their gains. Those who invested way up here, even invested in this greed area. And then guess what? 10% losses, 20% losses, 40%, 80%, 100%. So much percent just losing your gains. Blink of an eye, it's like, where did my money go? And now you're in this phase of despair where we're below this mean line, right? This is how it should have trended. This is what happens when things are overhyped. But this is the overall trend. Again, the time could be days, it could be weeks, it could be months. But regardless, when we see anything surge too quickly, that's when we start. And then if you're ever a product of this and selling during that fear, uncertainty, and doubt, despair, all this right here, if you're someone who sells here, those are the people who say, forget cryptocurrency, forget the entire market, forget all of this, I'm out. Never going to return, never looking back. And then we lose a whole lot of money. So that's really it. That's what's happening with Shiba Inu right now. And all the other cryptocurrencies. People are leaving, thinking that it's not going to ever bounce back, but it always does, ultimately, right? Not financial advisor, guys. I repeat that over and over again. Nor is my videos or channel for financial advice. Rather, I want to make sure you guys are all educated, and I put you guys on the plays that I'm in. And this is one of them. Shiba Inu, SHIB token, Shiba Army. I'm hoping we, again, go to the moon. So Rasan says, VB donated to India, but India banks crypto, financial, illiterate political leaders. I know, politics, guys. Politics is insane. It drives so much of what's happening, but it's ridiculous. I just want to make sure you guys aren't a product of what I just talked about there. Wow, we have been going 2 hours and 17 minutes on the live stream, 921 likes, 1,058 current viewers. You are all phenomenal. I appreciate every single one of you. If you haven't liked the stream yet, please give it a like so we can get it out there to more people. If anyone has the time to watch this after, at least it'll be a one-stop area to at least look back and say, hey, now I understand, what some of this FUD is occurring, and right, it might be actually temporary, not something that is permanent. Really excited about Shiba Inu as a platform. Shiba Swap is on the way, guys, right? They're teasing us. The SHIB Informer, one of the officials. All I could say, just be ready. Kai Green, I don't know if you saw the Scott Herman is, Kai Green actually tweeted and said Shiba Swap should be dropping soon for all you Shiba holders. So I'm sure, Scott, you know exactly who Kai Green is. Another guy who's in the bodybuilding space. But funny enough, just again, fun things are happening, guys. And I think, again, a lot of excitement, short-term catalysts that continue to excite me over Shiba Inu. Sorry for what I just heard. So yeah, let's prepare for hopefully the Shiba Swap launch. And again, I personally, I know it's not the favorite thing to hear, but I truly think that when the crypto market turns green, which it inevitably is going to, I can almost promise that at some point it will turn green again. When it does happen, I'm hoping that's when the news drops, because we don't want to be in a downward trend when positive news happens. Just like Zomedica with Trueforma. right? I'm giving you guys that parallel because everyone knows I love Zomedica. I talked about it a lot. We saw this thing kind of pull back, right? So I keep looking back at the chat. But ship to the moon, not to fear, it is not gain. But yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about? I want to hear from you guys. Holding strong at 101 million. Wow. Harmonious Light. Got a whole lot of Shiba Inu. Art Castillo. All kinds of fire emojis. Pardon me. Me too. Holding both Shiba Inu and holding Zomedica strong. Love them both. Love them both. 5-year prediction minimum. Oh, goodness. That's hard. With the overall market, we don't know what's going to happen. If crypto adoption becomes, a lot, if it becomes massively adopted and we see mass adoption across all platforms of the crypto space, I really think it's only going to be the start. I think that this entire market can catch up to the stock market. So right now at 1.5, 1.6 trillion versus a $95 trillion market cap, we're a small proportion of that. So it's only potentially the beginning. Not 10x, not 50x, 60, 70x potential in most of the space. Yeah, that actually might not be Scott Herman, huh? I started mining Chia Coin. You guys might be right. I don't know, did you click that channel picture? Because he's saying, I don't know. It could be, could not be. But regardless, there's so many scams going on. There's so many different things. But end of the year prediction, Nick J. Because I want to end the stream pretty soon. It's almost 10 o'clock. Sheesh. So end of the year prediction for Shiba Inu. After Shiba Swap happens, if it gets massively adopted, we see, continued buying pressure overall. Easily going to retest all-time highs in the short term, but in the long term, as more and more people enter into the crypto space, I think, again, from where it was at its all-time high, which I think was about $6 or $7 billion market cap, can this thing replace Dogecoin in terms of being, something that has true utility, has, a lot of hype, maybe some celebrity endorsements, just like Dogecoin has? 40 to 50 billion dollar market cap. I think it's possible. Never underestimate the internet. That is my motto, 2021. I never, ever underestimate the internet. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, guys. That's kind of what I have for you. All right. So before I wrap up and close the chat, I do want to, again, just give a shout out to everybody, all the folks that came in with the super chats. I appreciate every single one of you. For everyone that liked the stream today, for anyone that talked about, came with a really nice comments. It was a great dialogue that I had between all of you. I really had a good time. Just wrapping things up here. Again, I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for subscribing, supporting the journey. It has been so much fun. This has been a fantastic stream. I hope to do these more often. Maybe I could do it once a week. I don't want to overcommit, but maybe I could start doing this a little more often because it's super, super fun. Yeah. And yeah, Safe Moon is always on the radar. Shiba Inu is always going to be on the radar. And I'll keep you guys updated as much as possible. So expect more videos on the way for all things cryptocurrencies. I'm going to also put a video soon about which cryptos that I'm looking to buy on the dip, so you guys are aware of that. And yeah, 31,000 Zomedica. Anno Sigil. Wow, my man. 141 Shiba holding strong. Attaboy. I mean, you go, man. You have a lot bigger buying power than I do. I can tell you that much. So congratulations to you. Hopefully you'll make a great return on investment. Be always very careful with all the scams and the spamming. But the scams that are going around the crypto space, be always cautious, folks. I want to tell you all of that. Be extremely, extremely cautious in this space, because unfortunately, when good things are happening to certain companies, to certain cryptocurrencies, bad people do come out. Always remember that. So again, thank you so much for tuning in, folks. I really appreciated our conversation today. And hopefully you guys continue to tune into the videos. I'll be posting as much as possible. I'm really liking this 2-a-day upload schedule. Not going to commit to it. At least daily videos, something that I want to continue doing. So again, thank you so much for all that you all have done. Scott, if it's truly you, I'm hoping it is you. Look at this. We got to 1,000 likes on the stream. Perfect number. 1000. Who's gonna break the 1,000 mark? If you haven't liked, go ahead and like the video, like the stream. Scott, you could send me an email. I'm hoping that if it's actually you, that'd be cool if we can collaborate. If not, it was still fun anyway. You gave me that starstruck moment, whoever you are. But hopefully it was Scott Herman Fitness, because that would be pretty cool. But again, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, keep investing. And the stream will immediately, and you will no longer be live. Let us end the stream now.